live.
I finished with a zoomed in on air in space.
Aha! Welcome to the Blind Wave Podcast.
Yeah.
Blind Wave Podcast.
How is everyone doing today? We already have a hype train going too. Damn.
Nice.
Hype train. 2 minutes left. Thank you guys so much for the hype of the train. Eric doesn't even have a microphone.
Mic train.
He has no mic. He doesn't have it plugged in. He's just over there jabbering away.
Hi. Sorry for the clicky. You got clicked.
Can't
Ricky-
hear anyone over
Ricky,
the music.
You didn't turn the music off.
I muted it.
Oh my god.
I just paused it too.
I had some terrible technical difficulties with my stream last night.
Eric
you?
forgot to turn off the music or plug in his mic, so we're all good now.
Yes. Also, I was equally as terribly last night during Vikings, where it wasn't my fault. Just the PS4 just decides to be like, and just turns off.
Did it?
Yeah,
It's
it
done
just
that
does
to
that.
me once.
Wait,
and then when however long it was off, so you had to restart everything.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to know. What was it that turned off, and what sound did it make when it did it?
So the capture card just decides not to go.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, it
Is
just
it
dies
annoying?
out.
Okay.
Like the bird.
All right.
And then when it comes back, finally, after you not touch anything, or if you go in and like unplug and plug it back in, like when it comes back, however long it took you to fix it, it's then that sound is delayed. It's terrible.
It's delayed by that amount.
Yep. Terrible.
That happened to me
Terrible.
a little bit in Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Terrible things me had
Had to
back here.
take it all down.
Anyway, but
Take it all
eventually I got it fixed with my technical know-how in here.
I didn't
Fix
have
it
to
right
come
up.
in.
Yep. See, didn't have to call in the big guns.
Good.
Was able to keep small guns like me.
Small guns.
Yeah. But yeah, had a fun stream.
Good. Valhalla.
Dude, that Valhalla, it's beautiful. I'm playing on PS4, not PS5. I imagine it's just much more beautiful.
More of you.
But Calvin, granted, I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, but
We're gonna have this
just-
argument
it's
again.
it's just fucking so huge, just dauntingly huge,
Yeah.
Dauntingly.
I was like, all right, I'm like level 20. I can take down that. I can raid that. I can raid that. Oh, I can't raid that level 160 one there. But should I try?
Yeah.
No, I should not have.
It's like Nin, Eric. It's not about your power level. It's about how you use it.
Unfortunately, it's about your power level.
That's a shame.
Well, I got to play. I think it was a pretty beautiful game. Was the Immortals: Phoenix Rising?
Yeah.
Because we got sent an early copy. It just came out, I think, today. So, but no, I mean, it plays really well, and it got that cell shaded kind of look for it.
Yeah.
Kind of Breath of the Wildy and stuff, but it's very beautiful, very good game. I'm really liking it what I've played so far, and I'm debating on maybe playing more on Monday. I have been doing WoW, a lot of
Okay.
WoW, all the WoW.
New expansion.
Much wow.
Yeah, raid starts next week, so I don't know if it'll be more WoW
Very excited.
or how that works. But me and Melanie have been doing that and trying to get our characters ready for World of Warcraft's raiding to start up, so that we're there and helping the guild, having to be carried or anything.
So you got to play a little early, though, right?
for WoW.
No, this game that you're playing now.
Phoenix Rising.
The Immortals?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that yesterday.
Yeah, it
It
came
comes
out
out today.
today. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit at early time.
So you
on
got to
that.
play and not have anybody backseat you because they don't know. They don't know
no
either.
one, no one knows. Well, there was a person or two who like had played the demo and like, hey, if you do, I'm like,
okay.
damn. So
Still
I still
happened.
got it.
You
Still
got
have
It
backseated?
still somehow happened. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah, pretty cool. We got an email and was able to play it a little early, which was a lot of fun. So maybe I'll play more of that at some point. I also want to play the Squadron storyline.
Yeah.
So I
I
don't
need
know.
to play that too.
I don't know which I want.
Audio is cutting in and out periodic. I'm glad I couldn't hear that.
Periodically.
Good job.
Audio is cutting.
We'll check the audio.
I wanted you to Porky Pig it. Sometimes, you know?
Sometimes.
The thing I love about Porky Pig is that he'll always mess up the easier word, and then he'll say the harder word.
Do you think people that like have a really bad problem with stuttering like find that offensive?
I don't know.
Porky Pig?
I'm sure there's tons of things from cartoons and different things in the past that people find offensive.
Oh, yeah.
For sure
Yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not.
I don't know, maybe they can
Fine to me.
maybe they can like identify with that character more. I don't know.
Sounds like you guys are cussing as someone's bleeping out. I'm gonna listen to what it sounds like.
Beep.
from this side.
Well, make sure he has the music turned off, otherwise you're gonna hear echoes.
Are you recording, Rick?
I am now. I wasn't at the beginning.
Gotcha. All right. While they do that, I'm going to read a question from James, who says, who would you say is the most convincing liar and the least out of the Blind Wave crew? Any amusing stories, any of you getting away with a liar being caught in one? Who's the most convincing liar and the least out of the Blind Wave crew?
I think I'm the least.
The least convincing? I might go with you there.
Sorry. What was the question?
Who's
Liar?
the most convincing and least convincing liar of the four of us?
Rick's the least.
Right when you hung up your headphones, it cut out again.
What?
I'm not joking.
What?
You don't trust him. He could be the best liar.
Not happening here, so it could be an internet thing. Maybe
Yeah.
we need to do the thing we talked about before.
Okay.
It's possible. We just had some internet wiring done at the studio. So hopefully, so we never have any internet problems.
I'm taking it down.
All right,
right,
we'll be
back.
right back, everybody.
2 minutes.
Anybody lose? There's 415 people in here. If there's not 416, when we get back, I'm be mad. All right? Everybody stays.
Welcome, guys, to the Blind Wave Podcast, where we
Again.
talk about all kinds of stuff and things and everything.
It's
Hopefully,
been-
you guys are having a good day.
It's been a week of technical difficulties.
From now on, we'll never have internet problems again.
Started
Yay,
Sunday with
thank
the
you,
website.
Mascasa.
Mascasa.
Yeah, tell us about your week.
I don't want to talk about my week.
It has been a very strange week. Starting with our website going down.
Rick, you have a favorite thing of the week, right?
The website being up again.
Ah.
The fact that it's all over.
Yeah.
No. Favorite thing of the week. Evie and I watched some Godzilla movies.
Godzilla.
I might have watched two of the worst ones, but they were still enjoyable in their own way.
Matthew Broderick.
No, that's not a Godzilla movie.
But it's called Godzilla.
It's a kaiju movie.
But it's called Godzilla. I think it's just called Godzilla, isn't it?
Yeah.
We need to react to.
The movie, right?
It's either Godzilla 2000 or Godzilla Final War, but one of them, Godzilla, just fucks the shit up of the Matthew Broderick Godzilla,
I know.
and it's incredible.
I've seen that.
Have you?
Yeah. I've not seen the movie. I've just seen that part.
Oh, okay.
It's a cool part.
What-
He's just like,
what
whack,
was it?
whack, and he goes, brah, and he just
think
explodes
it's
him. He's awesome.
insulting.
Audio
the
still
legacy
is cutting out.
of that.
Well, I don't think that's.
It can't be us then.
us.
Yeah.
It's Twitch's fault.
Well, it must be us. It's all of their faults.
No, I mean it could be Twitch.
Yeah, it's the comment.
It's your guys' fault.
Like everything seems fine on my end.
Just ignore it. It's not that bad. What if you miss, like...
Is it only my audio?
It can't be only
Can you-
Eric's, right?
Can you shut down and restart the mixer over there? Is it possible that Eric plugging in his mic shocked something?
Well, that just did something.
I just.
He
turned
just
off
unplugged it and
the-
replugged it.
That sounded terrible.
You're welcome.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
What
How
kind
does that
of
help? I didn't hear what you said until he said
Matthew
it.
Broderick Godzilla is just as valid as any Godzilla. It was an enjoyable movie. It had that one guy that's like, you call this coffee? And I'll remember that over any other quote from any Godzilla movie.
Oh my gosh, he chokeslammed him.
How about that?
It's a hell of a movie. No, I watched Godzilla vs. Megalon and Godzilla vs. Gigan over the weekend.
Gigan.
Megalon, I watched in the dub, which might have been a mistake, but I was watching it with Evie, and I was like, well, that's quite enough of that. So then the next day we watched Gigan, but we watched it in sub, and I just read everything to her. So I played all the parts,
Okay.
which is also what I do in Phoenix Wright.
Oh, this is
I can
stop
see it,
motion.
Phoenix,
My
right?
bad.
Definitely.
Yeah, Jet Jaguar is in Megalon, which that one's a lot like Power Rangers, I feel like, because like Jet Jaguar it's kind of like a robot / Iron Man suit that they built.
That turns into a big one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I loved that one. Holy shit, you just took me back to somewhere I didn't know existed.
that one was pretty silly. Although
Jet Jaguar.
I think it was supposed to be silly. I realized I came to this epiphany that I think that
Holy shit. I remember this. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I came to the realization that I think that Godzilla and the James Bond series are a lot alike,
Yeah.
in that they both started on a more serious context,
Yeah.
and then at a certain point they got like super silly and like campy,
Yeah.
and then they went back to being serious again. So it's like run long enough that it's been in every genre almost.
It's like whenever, you like a fad starts, and once it becomes more and more and more popular, people are like, fuck this. It's too popular. I liked it whenever no one liked it. But then eventually it's like, well, there's a reason everybody liked it at a certain point, and people like it again.
Yeah.
Like, what's that fucking Korean song everybody loved for a little bit? That one?
Gangnam Style?
Yeah. I got to the point where it's too oversaturated. Everybody's like, fuck this song. But now I listen to it now, and I'm like, this song rocks.
It's so funny being like 8 seconds behind the conversation. Because I'm just sitting there, I'm staring at you, and you're just going, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And then I get to the point, I'm like, oh, I know the answer. And then you guys have already answered it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck.
However, speaking of massive, massive monsters, we had a 50 gifted sub.
Mas Casa gifted 50 and already gifted 10. He's gifted
Yeah.
60 subs.
Oh my gosh,
In the,
thank you.
in the matter of like 60 seconds. Thank you so much,
That's
Mas
crazy.
Costa.
Audio's still been cut down a little bit. So
Okay.
I don't know what the issue is.
Yep, don't know.
Sadly.
We'll just deal with it.
Sorry, guys.
Mi
Sorry,
casa,
everybody.
chu casa, mas casa.
Hopefully it's something that we didn't do. I don't know.
Say that right.
Yeah, it's not happening locally. It's not happening on our mics.
Oh, rude.
Is it only happening on one of us, or is it
No,
all
it's
of us?
all of it goes
Okay,
boop.
gotcha. Yeah.
That's the sound it makes.
Total of 65.
The only thing I could do is change the bit rate.
Dang.
I don't think it's that.
I don't think it's
I
that
don't think it's
either.
that either.
Do it anyway.
Up the bit rate.
I wouldn't up it. But it did it again. It did it a few times. But
All right.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
But yeah, Godzilla's pretty great. And then sort of the giant monster versus giant monster mood. We played Godzilla Tokyo Clash, the board game, which is pretty good. War of the Monsters, which originally came on the PS2. I know Aaron and I are big fans of.
I like War of the Monsters. It's such a fun game. There's so many different types of monsters. Like a giant electric monster with an eyeball in it. There's like a giant King Kongy one. There's like a Godzilla one. Like all those traditional monster kaiju things. A robot, like all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like you just pick one of these random kind of generic monsters. And you fight each other. And you can pick off like radio antennas and throw them through people and
Like through people?
like
Yeah.
it will go through them.
Yeah, it gets impaled and you have to mash buttons in order to pull it back out. But then you have it and you can throw it back.
You mean like you grab an antenna mast and you throw it through the other like players?
The monsters.
I thought you were saying like you get like an antenna whip from a car and you like throw it like a spear
How in these
and
cars,
it like goes through people.
These cars are like this Pokeball. They're just like, ha, and they just throw the car.
It'd
Yeah.
be like a needle then.
It's like a
Ooh,
Hot
I
Wheel.
like that.
It's crazy.
Why
So
do you
good.
have a small Pokeball?
Why?
It's
Yeah.
for his
How do you have that? Just on
some of the
Go with my
figures on
small
his
Bulbasaur?
desk.
Okay.
I don't want to grab all my figures.
No. Please don't.
Oh, you do. You want to? Just won't.
It's squishy.
I have my Black Widow.
That one's okay.
And I have a Spider-Man.
I heard Spider-Man was there.
He's right there. That's where he was.
I heard that.
So. But yeah.
I can hear
so
me in your headphones.
that was Rick's favorite thing of the day.
I
of the
also kind of beat Hades. Kind
week.
of.
Uh-huh.
You beat it the first time.
I won the battle, but not the war, basically. So I did make it through the first time, and it was my 13th attempt, I believe. And it was a weapon I was using for the first time, but it's a pretty good weapon. It's a gun.
It's also a gun.
That's quite an edge over a sword.
It turned out that it kind of was. A little bit. But it was a lot of fun. That is on Twitch and should be making its way on the archive, if nothing else, if you want to check that out. I might be playing it again this Saturday. I'm not sure. I'm kind of buying time until Cyberpunk comes out.
Finally comes out in like a week. A
Oh,
week?
man.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
It was.
Might not.
It should have been delayed by now. If it was going to be delayed again.
Well, you
They
know,
could just
they
delay
might
it to
delay it by like an
2077.
hour, like 5 times in a row, and then
You don't
it's the
delay
next
by
day.
an hour.
You might have to. You don't know.
Sometimes servers
Maybe
go
the
down.
truck is late.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be out.
The truck.
The truck could be late. That's different than them delaying the game's release as a whole. So it should be good. You should actually get to play next Saturday.
Next
But not
Saturday.
this Saturday.
How long are you going to stream that day, you think? I'm going to say he's going to stream for 17 hours. And because he can't speak, that is guaranteed 17 hours.
That's what he has to do now?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide what kind of build I want to go for, because it looks, from what I've seen of it, a lot like the modern Deus Ex games, and I usually like to play those as just sort of a stealth, like hacking. What?
The modern day of what?
Deus Ex games.
Okay.
What?
Deus Ex.
I didn't hear the Deu.
Modern day
I
sex
heard it.
game.
I heard it. I can't hear well.
What? What are we talking
I'm
about?
a bad
Sorry.
side and I heard it.
Sorry.
You know, like Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the whole series of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in those, I usually like to play like a stealth sniper, like a lot of lock picking and hacking, so I can get around things sneakily.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of feeling just like balls to the wall, armor, weapons, just run in like Eric style, just
Sword
try to
and
punch
board.
everything.
Yeah, Eric
Bash
does it a
and
lot.
slash.
Yeah, it always works.
You dropped your gun in Destiny
Yeah.
to just punch.
You're the one that started us with knives and Predator.
Yep.
Hey, that worked.
It proved
We
to
should
be
play
effective.
Predator.
We should play Predator tomorrow. See if it's any better.
What do you mean better? It was great. It doesn't
was
need to be
fun.
better than. How can it be better than that?
And all you
The
need to
balance
do,
wasn't there, Eric.
you just
It was
gotta find one
way
predator to
balanced.
fight. That's all you need.
They've
Yeah.
probably patched it out once they saw how awesome we were.
Knife
Yeah,
fight.
Everybody has to work together.
That was fun.
It's so
I did
good.
enjoy that. That was a lot of fun. The knife fight was one of the.
We should definitely do that tomorrow.
It was a highlight of this terrible year.
It was pretty good.
That
It-
should
it
definitely be
was.
in the like Blind Wave Best of 2020. We should do something special for the Blind Wave Best of 2020. I don't know what we could
I
do.
don't know
though.
what, but yeah.
Just us far away from each other. Sad. Sick.
I imagine playing that game, if it were real life, would look like that one video clip that Aaron showed us of Steven Seagal.
Oh, Steven
and
Seagal and Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones fighting, and oh my gosh.
I still haven't told the editor why I sent that video to him.
Yeah, that was hilarious. What was that for?
Is there context here? I don't know.
Anyway, Rick, you were talking about your wonderful Sunday evening.
Was I?
No, but we've mentioned it a couple of times and have not followed through.
Nah, website went down hard.
Yeah.
Took a lot of work. It's back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you finished. You got it back up to speed. Monday night? It was back,
It was back.
and then yesterday you got it back to like normal.
It's pretty much at normal
Yeah.
at this point.
Pretty much.
But yeah, because of that, like when it's a lot of people think like you guys must have like a lot of people that do this stuff for you. It's like, well, with that kind of thing, it's Rick. Rick works on that until it's fixed. So we couldn't film anything Monday. I came in. Well, we can't film anything. I'm like, all right, I got some stuff I can do. And then Tuesday, we still got to work on it. I'm like, all right, we won't film anything. I got some stuff I could do. Yesterday, I didn't have shit to do. Like, I was just walking around trying to find something to do. I started working on my toy collection downstairs.
Yeah.
I went and bought a ladder and shit.
He bought a ladder so he could organize
So
his
I could
shit
reach the top of
higher.
the collection.
So I
And
could
people
reach
might
the
think
top
that's
of the
hyperbole, but that is a true thing that happened. Calvin knows.
It was a big pile downstairs.
Now the real question is it long enough to get to the third floor in your house?
It would
No
not be.
ladder is.
It would not be. No ladder.
We've gone over that one.
So yeah, we had the problem of the website going down, then coupled with the usual first of the month with Patreon thing happening too. So it was a stressful couple of days, which we didn't get anything done. But today we came in early, just recorded like crazy until now.
Like
So-
crazy.
And then tomorrow we're gonna do the same thing, except also watch Mandalorian. I'm excited. That was my
Mandalorian.
best part of the week last week, by the way.
Yeah.
With Mandalorian?
Yeah. Yep.
It was pretty good.
Mandalorian was really good. I'm just excited to see what they do with this whole season. So can't wait. Mm-hmm. If you want to know our thoughts on that, watch the reaction series.
only 3 episodes
we talk
left,
about
man.
it all the
Yeah.
time, over and over.
Yeah. And Rick and I can't because there was an added discussion on the end of last episode.
Yep. Hell, we filmed it at the end of it, but we put it before you guys spoke.
Fuck you.
Yeah. And we do that because the guys haven't seen absolutely everything.
There's also times, too, whenever we're talking about things, and it might just be a little detail here and there. It's like, guys, how do you forget that this was this, you know? And it's like, well, fuck, we didn't. We haven't seen this or this. We're not saying nothing about that, you know?
There's a couple parts in that reaction from last week where it's just me and Aaron internally screaming. Like our eyes just go slightly more wide. But anyway.
But no, really good. I'm excited for that. Can't wait for more.
Me too. Also, tomorrow, you guys got to make sure, one, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but you be subscribed to Blind Wolf on YouTube. But we're also going to be dropping the first reaction to Star Wars Rebels on YouTube as well with a early access over at Patreon. So we're going to be having Clone Wars on Thursdays, Rebels Friday, and Mandalorian Friday evening. So it's going to be a lot of Star Wars on the channel, and we need more, quite honestly. We should also start Resistance, Droids, and Ewoks.
Yes.
And we should put the Ewok movies on the poll.
Should.
I think you and I. Gavin, have you seen them?
Nope.
Okay. There you go.
First appearance of the Blurg, which is the thing that Mandalorian is riding around in season 1.
With Kuiu.
Canon.
Yep.
Blurgs. But yeah. Let's see. What else has there been this week? I don't know. My favorite thing was probably getting a chance to play that game early. That was really cool.
We haven't had a podcast since Thanksgiving either. So
We haven't.
If we have any Thanksgiving talk.
Thanksgiving wise, I made dinner. We did a small dinner thing where we made a turkey.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's like a shortage on turkeys because
Okay.
of the
Small
smaller
turkeys, yeah.
gatherings. There were small birds that were harder to find. So like
Gotcha.
people who were wanting the 12-pound turkey, there weren't a lot. So I'm like, man, just buy a 20-pound turkey, whatever. We got 6 people here anyway. We'll eat it.
Yeah, you have sandwiches for a week. It'll be
Yeah,
fun.
just eat some turkey.
Yeah.
So
I've been eating ham just forever.
yeah.
So we made ham. We didn't make a turkey. We made ham.
Yes. So
I still hold that in contention.
You can, but you know what? You can't fuck up a ham. Just heat it up.
You can't have a Thanksgiving ham. You just had ham. But no, yeah, the turkey was pretty good. I also made mashed potatoes with real potatoes. I also made a gravy that was different than any gravy I've made before. We're usually like do like a cornstarch or a flour to kind of thicken it up.
Yeah.
I just did like a
Just sugar. Straight up sugar.
just sugar to thicken it
Yeah,
up,
and
and it was
Coca-Cola.
didn't really thicken it. Didn't work, but it was tasty.
Gotcha.
Just made it gummy.
It utilized like the juices from, and I've never done this before, but it used the juices from the turkey, which I would normally use. But then what I did is inside the turkey, when I cooked it, I'd stuffed it with onions and lemons. I also usually top mine with like bacon, and it helps for one to create like a seal so the moisture stays in, so it doesn't come out, and the turkey breast stays nice and moist, you know.
But two,
it also gives you
bacon.
2, it gives you bacon.
Yeah, okay.
And then 3, you get that
3.
bacon grease too. That helps you make the gravy. So like, I took like some of that bacon and chopped it up really fine, the onions, the lemon, and stuff like that, and I put it in, and I kind of like fried it up, and then added that turkey stock and grease and everything that I had, and then I made the gravy out of like all the moisture of all that. So basically, it was like a very turkey gravy. It wasn't as thick, but it had really good flavor. So it was pretty cool. So that was nice.
We got an air fryer, and it works pretty well. It's the first time we've used one.
Yeah.
And we had Cornish hens, which was very good. We also had a ham. And Maggie made homemade bread, which is always my...
Oh, yeah.
Like, if I could have one thing, it would be bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you said when we did that, like, favorite sides of Thanksgiving poll thing.
Yep.
Just rolls.
Pretty good.
Rick, I sent you a picture of most of my Thanksgiving spread
Well, I don't know if I can
in
show
Discord.
it. I'll try.
I didn't send a
If
picture.
you can't,
Rick. I
that's
can't fit it
fine.
all
But
in
Carmen
one
and I,
picture.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
we started late on
Yeah.
putting things.
Yeah, you
in.
did.
Yeah, really late. We
Like
we
8
started.
o'clock?
Yeah, we started actually prepping the turkey and all the sides and stuff at 6.
Oh.
We finally got the turkey in the oven at 7, and we're working on the rest of the sides. And we finished up with the turkey and ate at about 11. Huh? Where?
I think it's the potatoes, but it looks like a cat inside of a pot.
Oh no, yeah, that's the potatoes. I didn't do the fancy real potatoes.
Yeah.
As Aaron said for my mashed potatoes, we used the
Instant?
the red russet instant, which is a favorite of Carmen and I's.
Gotcha.
And then we made a couple of her family recipes, corn casserole and cheddar and broccoli casserole. And then we made the gravy. Can you pull that picture back up?
I forgot what food I had.
Forgot what food I made.
Looks like there's some marshmallows.
Yeah.
Stuffing.
Some stuffing.
The rolls and the turkey,
Cornbread.
of course.
Well, you just got marshmallows?
No, it's not just marshmallows.
It's on top of sweet potatoes.
It's a sweet potato casserole.
It's just a
Rick just called it
stand.
marshmallows. I'm like, and you didn't correct him. All right.
and they're not pictured here. They were still in the fridge when I forgot to take the picture with them. But my dad makes cranberry sauce every year. And he made a new recipe this time that has a little bit of like orange juice in with it, like orange gelatin. And like really rounded out the flavor. I really like it. But that was my Thanksgiving at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
The closest I have is either the one picture I already posted there or that picture there
Ooh.
of the food that I had.
Yeah.
Did you send me stuff?
One is me making the turkey. The other one was after food was done. So, but yeah. No, in order to do it,
if I have a picture of
You
my
really got your
Thanksgiving.
fist in there.
Yeah.
So in order to do it, I make
Chance
sure
you could send
that
it, I guess.
I do a butter thing that I put in the skin. So it's like in between the meat and the skin. So it actually cooks and holds it in there. So it really like keeps it moist and flavored and whatnot. So yeah, it's really good. Comes out really well. But yeah, that's it. I also ended up making the green bean casserole that we did on Cooking with Blind Wife.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So I had to go back. I'm like, man, I gotta remember how we did this and stuff. So I went back and kind of rewatched it a little
Just
bit.
watch the ingredients
Yeah, I watched
and
the Cooking with
stuff.
Blind Wife. Like, what all did we use? I'm like, okay,
That's
I didn't get
funny.
chives, but I got everything else, so I'll do that.
Cooking with Blind Wave.
I might maybe next Thanksgiving, if we remember, maybe I'll do like my turkey cooking method. It's pretty good. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it looks good. I want some of that turkey skin, man. You gotta keep showing the turkeys here. I didn't have turkey this year.
Whose fault's that, Eric?
It's mine, but
Yep.
I mean, it's also a choice. Something about maybe it's nostalgia, but when I think of Thanksgiving, I automatically think of my grandmother Whiteley's house. Going there, and there's something special. I've always thought my whole life, like there's just something about the food there that's different. And for a while, I just always thought, well, that's just bias, and you just are remembering a certain way they're doing it. But this year, I really thought, I'm like, it's because of the well water. The well that they have is a little older, a little shittier, and than like a newer well. And there's just something about the quality of the water that comes out of it that's not.
It's the correct mixture of minerals.
But there's something about the way that water going into making the food that makes the food just taste perfect, and I'll never capture that unless I'm there. So I gotta go and get some of that water, then make
gotta
mashed
bottle it.
potatoes. There's just something about it that those mashed potatoes that my grandma would make. It's unparalleled in how I think about them.
Yeah.
The gravy is unparalleled. No matter where I go, I'll never find that taste again. But it's the well water. That's what it is. I thought about this a lot.
Are you sure? So if you go back there and use that water to make it, you think you could replicate
I think I could replicate it.
Interesting.
I think
I
I
had
can.
a crazy moment the other day. I think it was this week. I was in my basement because our furnace wasn't working. We couldn't get the furnace to work. So I was downstairs trying to work on it, and when I was coming upstairs, at the very top of my basement steps, before I leave and go into the hall, but also after coming up the steps, I had a smell that reminded me of my grandparents' house.
Oh yeah.
But in that one spot. If I went down lower into the basement, I didn't smell it. And if I went out into the hall, I didn't smell it. It was just right there, and it was so weird.
Those are so weird where you smell a particular smell and your mind just flashes back to the last time you smelled it.
Yeah.
Those are so trippy.
It was very interesting. It was I don't know.
I know what Eric's talking about with the water, because some of my most vivid memories would be being a kid and taking baths at the different houses. So like my nanny's water was like so different, and like it would smell different, and like you would feel different when you got out of the bath. And the same with like my Aunt Rhonda's and like my house, and like it's just one of those things. Along with like the laundry detergent stuff, you know, whenever you like sleep in a bed there or whatever.
Yeah.
It just like puts you in that time and that place.
Eric, Jancy said that she sent you pictures.
I just sent them to
Okay.
Rick.
Jesus.
So that was a picture of my Thanksgiving. The first one's just the plate. It's just ham, big, thick cut of ham.
Man, that's
So
not
damn-
spiral cut ham.
So damn good, man.
That's giant.
It was just so good. It was moist. We roasted it and steamed it and all that,
That is
stuff.
some Dexter ham. Right
Yeah,
there.
man. So we got some ham. We got some rosemary potatoes, some green bean casserole, some cream corn, and some cauliflower.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah. And then, hey, lasagna. Why are you doing this to me?
Man, Eric, your Thanksgiving looks great.
And then we also had FU 2020 wine from Stephen Amell.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Stephen Amell put out this FU 2020 wine, so we had some of that as well.
Is it champagne or wine?
It was champagne, actually.
Ah.
It's bubbly. Yeah.
But it's bubbly wine.
Bubbly
Where's
wine.
the Terramana?
Huh?
She got some Terramana.
I don't know what
Some
that
of
is.
the rocks tequila?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the. I've been on this kick. Like, man, I need to find this Terramana tequila at some point and get some of that.
Is
'cause
it
apparently-
sold locally anywhere?
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's sold locally or not, but
It might only be like in a few states.
yeah, I don't know. There's been a few times where I'm like, oh man, I should try this. I'm like, well, they don't have that around here. So, but no, it's supposed to be a very smooth tequila, and I keep thinking about it whenever I see like a new alcohol. I'm like, oh man, I need to try this Terramana. The last time I saw it was on his Instagram, and he had like a post of brioche French toasts,
Yeah.
and he covered them in like whipped cream, and then he took his maple syrup, poured some Terramana in it, and then poured that over his French toast. I was like, it's that good? I've never had. I can't imagine Jose Cuervo in my maple syrup for French toast. You know what I mean? Like. So
Anyway, so now that I am adequately just hungry as hell, what do we got next?
I was already hungry before we started.
Now I'm really hungry
damn, now I'm
talking about these
hungry
great
more.
meals.
I've got some interesting news items. I guess I'll start with the one that I saw
some well water.
last here. It's on my phone. So Warner Brothers will send entire 2021 slate to HBO Max and theaters.
Sending their entire slate.
Yeah, including The Matrix 4, Suicide Squad, and Doom.
Dang.
Well,
Doom.
Dune.
Like a new Doom movie?
No.
I was so excited.
All right, so they announced that they were doing it with Wonder Woman, but now
I
they're
was
sending the
wondering why
entire
you were so
21.
excited about
Yeah.
Dune.
Wow. Well,
Interesting.
theaters aren't going to be happy with that, but it makes sense.
I'm wondering how it's going to play out and what's going to happen. Like, what's going to happen with theaters and how that's going to play out into like box office results and all that kind of stuff.
there's a 1 month window that starts the same day that they theaters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're available for 1 month on those services.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how they can measure box office results in a little bit. Is like how many, possibly how many new subscribers subscribed to watch that. You know what I mean?
Maybe
'Cause-
the box office is just something that'll go away. We don't think about
Sure, there's-
success that
But
way.
I imagine there's going to be some kind of measurement of like how well did this movie do, you know?
Yeah.
And that might be the way that they figure it out is, you know, if how many new people or how many people subscribed for that month for that, because then you can almost relate that to that, you know? Like when Mulan came out, how many people got Disney Plus? But that doesn't matter because you had to get Disney Plus and then also paid $30.
and pay $30, whereas this
You know?
is just going up on HBO Max.
Yeah, so that would be like, oh well, how many people got Disney Plus? to
Some
watch it then?
interesting
How many people
movies
got
on
HBO
this
Max
list,
to watch
too.
it then?
There's Matrix 4, Dune, Suicide Squad, Godzilla vs. Kong,
Ooh.
Space Jam: A New Legacy.
We'll see.
We need to watch. Kevin, have you seen the first Space Jam?
Yeah.
Damn. Rick,
No,
have you-
wait.
Rick's seen it, I know.
See, every time you say Space Jam, I think of Space Balls because there's jam in it.
No.
No,
I have
it's
not
different.
seen Space
This is
Jam.
a basketball movie with
I
Looney
know.
Tunes.
Just in my brain, it gets tangled up.
Tom and Jerry, which I didn't know that there was a movie.
Yeah, I've heard about that one coming
Mortal
out.
I saw a trailer
Kombat,
for that.
What about Black Adam?
A New Conjuring,
Ooh,
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, yeah.
What Mortal Kombat?
They've been working on a Mortal Kombat movie.
Who
Supposedly.
did that? I thought it was a television show.
No, there was like a series, like a YouTube series.
I don't know about that one. I thought they were doing a new television show. I guess it's a movie. I'm ill-informed. I know what you're talking about. That's that Tikirion guy.
To carry on.
I don't know his name. I don't know how to pronounce it.
To carry
I
on
shouldn't
my
have said
wayward
anything.
son.
To carry on my wayward.
Aaron,
What?
I'm sending you a list of places where you can buy it.
Terramana?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Gonna get Terramana.
But yeah, I thought that's really interesting. That I mean, it makes sense. Like the movie theaters don't exactly have a lot of leverage in this situation. That
I'm sure Blockbuster felt shitty too, but you know what? Life moves on. You know?
yep, you gotta adapt or
Beat goes on.
you will die.
And the big goes on.
I mean, movie theaters will always have, like, once they're able to, there will be some out there. I just don't think they'll be
As
the
prevalent.
only. I don't think it'll be the only option. And I honestly feel like all this has done is really just accelerate what was going to happen anyway, honestly.
Yeah. Possibly so.
But yeah,
So-
that's very interesting. I'm curious to see what they do with that and how theaters respond for one, because that's going to be one thing, and then how other companies, decide on how they want to release stuff too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's tough, especially because if it's just like a waiting game, theaters, well, we won't show your movies. Well, then theaters probably aren't going to make money, but they haven't been making money for such a long time anyway. Like, how long can they hold out?
Yeah.
True.
It'll be tough.
Well, didn't
Yeah.
AMC take a big chunk of the bailout thing for the COVID relief or whatever?
I don't know.
Most of that is state by state, isn't it?
Yes.
For the small business stuff, at least. I'm not sure how much of that is like government provided. Or, I mean, like federally.
Federally? I thought there was like big chunks of it that were taken up by some of the larger corporations. I don't know.
I mean, the thing could become more of like, well, if you can just watch this movie anywhere, it's not about, well, this is the first place I can watch the movie. It's going to have to become more about like, well, what's the benefit of going here? Why is this more fun? Or what's enticing about it? So I think what it might be too is like, GameStop's been trying to alter their store a little bit more to where they have more merchandise of stuff because there's so much digital content. They don't have as many games to sell or pre-owned stuff. They
There's
had to
some
alter,
like
so
novelty, like socks and
yeah.
backpacks.
Well, like
and
they merged or
ties.
bought Think Geek, so they had more Think Geek stuff and whatnot too. So they were earning money that way. But like, is there a way of theaters altering or enticing consumers another way rather than just, oh, we have this big movie? Is there a way of like, oh man, this is a fun experience? Like the drive-in was fun. I enjoyed going to that, especially considering that there's pandemic stuff going on. One of those in like ever,
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I just wonder if like there's different ways of like making it more fun or having some kind of like event,
Yeah.
things like that. Especially in Marietta, where there's typically not a ton to do.
Yeah, it's different, like going and watching a movie versus going to a theater for an experience, like watching Rocky Horror Picture Show or The Room or something where there's like audience engagement throughout the entire thing.
Or having like
We'll just watch all those with you guys, and we'll do it as reactions.
Like the Star Wars, the Star Wars title screen and fanfare, like the entire crowd erupting in cheers and stuff.
yes, that's great. I love that.
That
stuff.
doesn't happen in your living room.
Well,
like
like
four
no-
people.
One of my favorite memories of like going to the theaters was back in high school and just after high school. My senior class, there would be 20 plus. It varied on the movie, but like we would go and watch. I think we saw the last Pirates, not the last, but the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie at one point. I'm pretty sure our group went and saw Iron Man when it came out. I'm pretty sure we saw like one of the James Bond movies. But like it was just fun to like, we would have like 3-4 rows of the theater with just our high school senior class just going and watching movies. And that stuff was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
So you might not necessarily get that with HBO Go or HBO Max, whatever it's called now. But
Max.
I don't know. Maybe there's ways. Maybe you can also do like special theater like events where it's like watch every Harry Potter movie in theater. We're running a special thing. Pay, I don't know, $30 and watch all of them here.
Yeah.
Something
That
along
could be
those
cool.
lines.
Like a marathon.
Yeah. Like we're just gonna go through all, what is there, 7, 8 movies now?
8,
Maybe that
7
could-
books, 8 movies.
Something like that might be kind of cool to do. I don't know. But maybe
They
we
could
see
do
more of
the
that
Cinema 4D Maybe that'll spread out throughout.
Where like shit spits at you and
Like your
crawls
chair
in your
moves
seats
and
stuff. And
they even like will project the screen further. Like, you know, if you're like in a jungle, it would have like a jungle environment above you and stuff.
I want it like back in the silent movie days where they'd have like live bands playing the songs for the movies.
Or like someone playing the piano on the side.
Yeah.
I you know what? I just watched, you know, since I finished God of War, those, you know, going through that series of games, I've just been like absorbing all the extra information. When they announced God of War at E3 in 2016, they just had Bear McCreary come out with the orchestra and he played a song. No one knew what the song was from. And then when the live demo started, it was a live demo with the dude that created the game playing it, and the orchestra was like, he was watching the live demo and telling them when to start playing the music and shit.
Yeah.
They did it live, so it kind of reminds me of like what you're talking about.
What demo was it?
For God of War.
For God of War.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience. Like, literally, Bear McCreary is there with the orchestra waiting for him to press the button. And now the monster shows up. Dun, 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 you know?
Aaron and I went to Video Games Live, and they had that a few times where they would... Space Invaders?
Well, one that I remember was that they did a medley.
Yeah.
And it started off with like Pong. And like you had the ball, like bonk, 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 bonk. But it was based on like you're watching the screen happen, but the audio is all coming from the band, the concert.
Yeah.
So like as it went through, he's like just conducting it to what's going on there and stuff too. And then they had another one where there was the banana, right? Was
The
it a
banana, yeah.
He was playing like Space Invaders or
Yeah, it was like
Centipede
Space Invaders
or
something.
something. Where like he had to run back and forth, right? To control it. And then they were doing the sound effects for it too, and you were seeing it being controlled on the TV and stuff. It was really cool. Yeah, Video Games Live was a fun experience. I like that one.
All right, next news item. I don't know how to pronounce this.
I think before we go though, I did see a question, and it's more relevant now I think than later. But it's about reactions with like how DMCA issues and whatnot. If we did reactions for movies that are going like live in theaters, but they're also on HBO, like do you think there's going to be a lot of issues with that, and how much problem is there going to be along those lines?
I think it would be similar with what's going on with Mandalorian right now. You know, I mean, if it's in theaters, yes, but I wouldn't do it if it was only in theaters. I would do it if it was on streaming as well. And in that case, if it is, then it would be just the same thing as our DMCA language that we use for fair use with any other reaction. But yeah, if it's exclusive to theaters, probably not. But if it's on a streaming service, then yes. But again, I mean, you know, with a movie, we sometimes go 15, sometimes 20 minutes in terms of like how long it is, but usually it still sticks around like a 15-minute mark for a movie to do. And yeah, I mean, we're only seeing a small amount. It's mostly about the discussion at that point, you know? So I would probably say it would be more of the same in terms of how we would do it.
Las Casa coming in with another 5 gifted subs.
Thank you.
Total of 74.
Thank you, Mascasa. Thank you very much. It's crazy.
So I kept checking the date on this to make sure it wasn't April Fool's, but Christian Chenoweth heads to Candyland and board game inspired baking show.
Christian Chenoweth, really?
Yeah.
Who's that?
I don't know who she is.
She's I don't know. She's an actress. She's a little older. She sings. She was in Glee.
Why'd you point at Calvin?
Because
I've watched
the only
Glee.
one I know here that watched Glee as
I
well.
recognize
I
the
didn't know you
name.
did
I don't
that,
know which
Calvin.
character she is.
Candyland, a baking competition inspired by the classic Hasbro board game, premiering November 15th at 8 p.m., so I guess it's already. Traveling through life-size versions of Gumdrop Mountains, Lollipop Woods, and Lemon Lime Springs, 100 pounds of chocolate were used for Chocolate Mountain. 1,000 lollipops were needed to create the Lollipop Woods. Contestants are tasked with finding ingredients unique to each candy land.
Dude, there's a reality show like that for everything. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the Great British Bake Off or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's great, but it's also bad. Like, there's you know, like, there's MasterChef. There's there's ones that I tattooed someone, you know? Like, oh, your tattoo sucks, yours is good. And the guy that got the sucky tattoo is like, what? You know? Like, they got that for, like, literally any occupation or trade or skill. They have the reality show competition, you know?
April Rhodes.
I'm just saying,
I
we
was
got
gonna
to be
say she
careful
was
with that.
April
all right? We had a
Rhodes.
reality show star as our president. You know? We got to be careful giving these people a voice.
Here's what she looks like, Calvin.
I can show it on stream here.
Yep, I remember her.
No, yeah, she was. I know her on Glee. I think she was on Broadway, maybe.
Yeah, she's
don't
done
know.
a lot of Broadway stuff as
There
well.
she is in Gumdrop something or another.
Okay.
So this is gonna be
She
The Gumdrop Plains.
has a lot of singing. Man has a lot of tabs. She has a lot of singing, right?
Rick, we should react.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was on Broadway and she
Yeah.
just done
I know who
singing
that
and
is, though.
stuff.
She was in the original Wicked.
That makes sense.
I told you I'll do Heels with Stephen Amell, who I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm not going to do Heels and Candyland.
You say you're not the biggest fan of him. You've watched him in one wrestling match. What else do you know this man from?
Ha!
Nothing.
Two wrestling matches. Ha ha! I don't know why I'm arguing his point.
I mean, I understand too. I would understand if you at least brought up like Ninja Turtles or something, but you don't even do that.
I did watch one episode of Arrow.
One.
Yeah.
The first one?
It was the first one.
Okay. Well, that was pretty good.
I'm excited. I was listening to Stephen Amell and Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, and they talked about Heels for a little bit. And
I got
it
spoiled.
seems pretty cool. It's about like, it's not pro wrestling.
No,
you know?
well, I mean it is, but it's on the indies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he seems really excited by the prospect, and he hasn't yet had the conversation of like, you really shouldn't do that stunt. They tend to just let him do what he wants to do.
Nice.
So
Yeah, like he's probably like David Arquette, where like David Arquette is not responsible, but was involved in some of the worst things in wrestling ever.
Yeah.
But none of it is David Arquette's fault.
Sure.
okay.
So like, he is a really cool guy, and like he has paid for a lot of surgeries and stuff for wrestlers.
Yeah.
Because he just loves wrestling, and he seems like a really cool guy.
Yeah.
But he was just in some terrible wrestling angles that like
Sure.
wasn't his fault.
Rick, have you watched the newer Ninja Turtle movies, the Michael Bay ones? Okay. I just wondered. Also, Rick or Eric, I got spoiled. Apparently, Kristen Chenoweth's in some episodes of West Wing. I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering what
Have you been
were
watching
like,
West Wing?
I
Yeah,
got
I've been
spoiled.
watching. The other,
Have you gotten to a cameo that I was so excited by?
So
Aaron?
the other day I was watching it, and I got to a point, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Teabag. I'm like, that must be who Eric was talking about. I can't believe Teabag. He's so young, but I can just make it out, and I can hear in the voice. I know that's him.
Yeah.
I was like, geez, all right, I'm gonna talk to Eric about this. And then the next episode, I was watching, and Sam goes to talk to a guy, and I'm like, holy shit, it's Coulson.
It's Phil Coulson.
What's he doing here? It looks like him. He's wearing a suit. He's working for
It talks like him.
He's working for the FBI.
Yeah, of
That
course
was my
he is.
guess.
It was your guess.
was
So
my
you had
guess.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
To give context, like Aaron, me and Aaron have been watching West Wing, but I'm a little ahead of him. And I said, Aaron, last night there's like a cameo guest spot that I couldn't fucking believe. I got so damn excited. Do you know what I'm talking about? And you're like, I don't know. You would know
You would
who
know
it
if
is.
you've seen.
And Rick's in the back like a bitch. Coulson. Shut up, Rick. You don't know anything.
Rick hasn't even
But yeah,
seen
he was just
any
he's
of
a
S.H.I.E.L.D.
CIA agent. Or no, FBI. I mean.
FBI, yeah, he
he's
worked for
FBI
FBI.
agent.
No, it's been pretty cool. The most recent episode I think I just finished involved a bill that they were wanting to pass and a senator who wanted to add something to that bill
Yep.
for autism.
Yeah.
And it was done really well.
He
And,
did
like,
the filibuster,
He decided
right?
to do a filibuster. He said, as long as you're not adding this, I will not let the vote go through.
Yeah.
And he's like 70-some years old.
Yep.
And they were saying like the rules in filibustering is like you have to keep talking, you can't drink, you can't eat, you can't sit, you have to stand there.
You can't
and just
lean on
talk.
anything?
Like
Yeah.
that's all you can do. This man's like 74 years old, and he filibustered for like over 8 hours.
Yeah.
And they're like, I
Oh,
can't
far
believe-
more, but
I
yeah.
can't believe he's still going.
8 hours is like when they started. Like, hey, he's been going for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like he ended like he was reading cookbooks and shit.
He did
you know?
cookbooks, he was reading playing card stuff and whatnot, and they're
Yeah.
like, there's no way he keeps going and stuff. And then they found out that like his grandson has autism, and that's why he was pushing so much for this element of this bill to cover like autism help.
Yeah.
And it was so cool because they went through and they're like, all right, well, call the people we know. Let's see what we can do here and talk to him about adding this to the bill. But they're like, well, if he gets asked a question, he can take a break and not keep having to filibuster. But we have to find some senator who will ask a question.
Yeah.
And they call our friends, and after that, start calling the other senators. And they're like, start with the grandfathers.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
one guy was like, would you yield for a question? He goes, I suppose I could yield for a question. And the guy's like, this question is like in 22 a while. Maybe you should sit down and get a drink. I was like, damn. I was like, it got like slightly emotional. I was like, that was a nice little episode. I like what they did with that. It was so cool.
I love the West Wing, man.
See, I wish some of this elements was like real right now. I'm watching this now, like, oh, I want that president. I want this stuff to happen. This guy seems like he cares.
Yeah.
So I liked it a lot. It's pretty good.
All right, ready for the next news item?
Sure.
Yep.
So Mandalorian is tomorrow.
Yes.
Indeed.
Astronauts took Baby Yoda up with them into space.
They did.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
They took a little doll of him. He's their zero gravity checker,
Sure.
basically. So if
I'm
he's
sorry, I don't
floating,
know.
They know that
They took who up to space?
Grogu.
Grogu.
Okay, I recognize him by his name, Rick.
I see.
All right.
Well, CNN labeled him as actually. This might
Sure.
have
This
been-
came. I think they went up before
Yeah.
last Friday. So. But yeah, they took the child.
SpaceX astronauts brought the plush friend with them on board, often used as chosen zero gravity indicators.
That's interesting. You know, we're up about this, but like he also just appeared recently in Fortnite.
Fortnite.
They have Mandalorian and Baby Yoda stuff and all that kind of stuff going on there.
I feel like space is more like the one that
well-
if I had to pick one.
The weird thing, the Fortnite just had like Marvel characters and stuff,
Yeah.
and they had this event where like Galactus was coming to destroy the planet and everything.
Sure.
There was like comics and stuff for it that I didn't know
Didn't
about.
they have like Palpatine's like return to power in Fortnite that wasn't in the movie?
What?
Yeah. Like Palpatine had like a god like the speech that they talk about in the movie. They gave it in Fortnite.
What?
Yeah, it was fucking. I was real pissed off about it actually.
I don't remember that. but
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I
I don't know. Am I right about that, Chat? Let me
You
know.
might be. I don't remember. I don't remember the Star Wars time in.
Yeah.
And I remember they just had Marvel. Before that, they had some other stuff. I started watching some storylines. I'm like, what the hell's the story of Fortnite? Because it seems
Yeah.
like there's a story, and I don't know what it is. So I started watching some stuff, but I haven't gotten all the way through it to be able to see what the story.
And don't get me
is.
wrong. I actually I liked the Rise of Skywalker more than I didn't. But if you're wanting to like, hey, we gotta get these people that liked the original trilogy like back in. Let's go to Fortnite and do it. Like those people, that age group doesn't care, you know. Like I love Star Wars more than anything like ever. I didn't go to Fortnite and watch that. That is always strange. But yeah, I mean the tie-ins with Marvel, I feel like at least that's like some gameplay stuff going on with that, And then they brought Grogu Kakarot and
Kakarot?
Kakarot. And the Mandalorian, Din Djarin. And the Razor Crest is in there too, I believe.
Moving on.
Kakarot. Yeah, please.
Kakarot.
Please move on. It's ridiculous.
Darkwing Duck reboot in the works at Disney Plus.
I heard about this. I think.
It's in early development. No writer is currently attached, but sources say it will be executive produced by Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, James Weaver, and Alex
Goldberg.
McCarthy.
Not like
Spear!
Not like Goldberg.
No, like the Goldbergs.
Spear. No, the Darkwing Duck, like they did DuckTales, and DuckTales was pretty good.
Man, I can't believe there were 91 episodes of Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing
crazy.
Duck.
I remember watching Darkwing Duck and liking it, but I don't feel like I need to watch more. Or like again.
Look, I watched it. I have no idea what the story was about. I feel like I should restart and watch through it again.
Should you?
Why not?
Just live in the past. Let the past die, Like, you don't need another one. They're just trying to, like, what can we fucking do? We gotta figure something out. Make something new. I don't care.
I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, like, when I think of Darkwing Duck, I think the theme song, his outfit, and nothing else.
What?
Like, I'm not hyped at all to see
Launchpad,
more Darkwing Duck.
motorcycle.
But I also felt the same way with, like,
Reverse
Scrooge,
Darkwing Duck.
Scrooge McDuck. Or
I heard the
whatever,
new
too.
DuckTales.
You weren't
was
excited
really
for
good.
DuckTales?
Not the new one.
DuckTales was so good.
No, you know what was real good? The old theme song. That was good. I don't need any more.
Also, DuckTales.
I have enough shit in my life to fill up my life without having to have more DuckTales.
What?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I'm just saying, man. That's what it is. That's how I feel.
I don't understand it.
I'm sorry.
But what about the people that enjoy DuckTales?
They can enjoy it.
All right, well then, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
I like DuckTales, and they had David Tennant.
I don't care.
What? No, I mean I imagine it's along those lines of like the people who really want it will watch it and enjoy
Sure.
it, and the people who don't It's like your take on like Star Wars, right?
No, I get
I
you.
love Star Wars. If you don't like it, fine.
No,
Don't
I
like it.
definitely understand. I don't know if you can really compare
What?
DuckTales
Yeah.
to Star Wars.
DuckTales won an Emmy, Eric.
It did.
Okay. I feel like it's different.
And so
It's
did
a
David
little bit
Tennant
different. I
in
think
his
it's like-
role in Star Wars.
It's like comparing like the bald eagle to God.
But I don't know. I don't think the new DuckTales sucks.
Oh, the new one get canceled? That sucks.
It's
Yeah.
ending. I know. I don't know.
I mean, Aaron is right. Someone that really enjoyed it, I'm happy they really enjoyed it.
If you
I
look
just
at
personally, I
percentages,
didn't care.
if you look at percentages of good DuckTales games versus
Yeah.
good Star Wars games, DuckTales wins.
Sure, just a numbers game at that point. There's like 50 Star Wars games. That's big, to be expected, but I agree.
But yeah, no. I don't know. That song coming on.
Oh yeah, the song's great.
I mean, I had the same thing with like Girl Meets World, and it wasn't that I like enjoyed it more than Boy Meets World, but it
Sure.
was still adding to characters that I loved and enjoyed, and I was like,
Sure.
I wonder what they're gonna do with this. And I watched all of Girl Meets World, even
Yeah.
though I don't think it was made for me, but I watched it all.
Yeah.
And then they canceled it, and I wanted more. So there's just various shows. I don't know if they made a, Lord of the Rings TV show.
They are.
What about that?
That's a big deal.
Why is that one a big deal and not like more lore for Darkwing Duck?
I just don't think that you can fucking compare J.R.R. Tolkien with the fucking DuckTales.
But the
with
Dune
the
movie.
DuckTales. You're such an
Duck-
old
Dune,
man.
I can see Dune.
So it has to be a book in order for it to
No.
be a good thing.
No, it just
No.
has to
To
be
des-
like
It's just
not, not to be a good thing, to deserve more.
I think it
a
has something
very
to do with
large
like
following.
cultural paradigm shifts. I don't think DuckTales shift our paradigm. But I think Lord of the Rings did, I think Star Wars did.
But the DuckTales song, Eric.
I understand. Don't get me wrong. You're speaking my language. I love that song. But I can't tell you anything after that song. I don't know. I think I know some of the names. That's it. I don't know anything else. I can't tell you a single episode that happened.
Now, if Rescue Rangers was coming back, you'd be on board?
I like that song as well.
What about Gummy Bears?
That's a good song.
How about Gargoyles?
Ooh.
I like Gargoyles.
What about
Oh,
Batman the
Gargoyles is
Animated
good.
Series?
Also, that one can get some.
No, I mean, I might not watch it.
you're just trying to make him stuff a straw man so you can beat it up.
Stop this straw man, Eric. Stop it. But no, I don't know. There's tons of shows that I think are good. And like if they want to come back, then bring them back and we'll see if they're good. But
Like, if you told me, like, hey, there's a Lord of the Rings convention out there, I'm like, well, that makes sense. There's a Star Wars convention. That makes sense. There's a DuckTales convention. I'd be like, holy shit.
there's a Power Rangers
That's
convention.
crazy. That one makes sense to me.
Why
But
does that
what
one make
about
sense?
like a
It's just it was so big, Aaron.
That's
Fucking
like
Power Rangers on Oprah. I never saw DuckTales on Oprah.
What?
Did you? I didn't.
Donald Duck's everywhere.
holy
No, on Oprah.
shit.
Holy shit, man.
Mas Casa.
Mas Casa's loving this conversation. Another 25.
Yeah.
But what if you grouped them together and it was like Disney Saturday morning convention?
Ooh.
he's
Then you
gifted
have
a
to, you're just
100.
showing how weak you are. You gotta double up on the big boy. No, I'm
You're a
kidding.
mad lad.
I'm just arguing for the sake of arguing at this point.
Because DuckTales has a comic series and stuff too, and all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
So. Nah, that's what I'm doing too.
Yeah.
Just-
No, I
like,
know.
ah.
Never disparage someone from enjoying something. It's just like when I hear like, "Hey, Duckwing Duck is coming back," or Darkwing Duck.
Duckwing Duck. Yes.
Duckwing Duck. Darkwing Duck is coming back. I remember being like,
A Goosewing Duck would be weird.
"That's cool," but maybe it's part of me wishing I was more excited by that. I'm just not, you know.
Seth Rogen's behind it. I'm
Gullwing.
excited for that. Like, to
Yeah.
see what he does with it.
You
Which I
just
mean,
turned
he's
old, Eric.
He's just,
all it
you know,
is.
he was behind the
You're-
boys.
You're old and cynical now,
Preacher.
Eric.
I probably was what it is,
The,
and I
the
own that.
DuckTales.
I'll own that. I mean, that's what happens. And you know what? Everybody else, it's like, old person, it's gonna happen to you too.
Yeah.
All right, for you guys, only a couple more years. Calvin, like 10. But people over there, it's gonna happen to you too.
Eric,
15 at least.
you proved it too with your like. I don't know if I'm excited for this Duckwing. Duck
Duckwing
thing.
Duck thing. They got that on the TV.
It's like when like, you watching them Pokemans again? The Pokemon guys.
Eric, pick up your men. Your men are all over the floor.
These Pokemon
your
are
men.
everywhere. So, but yeah, no, I don't know. I'm wondering what they do with the song because like the DuckTales one, I enjoyed the original one better. One's okay, but the thing
I heard the first one. I hate having that feeling of like, well, not as good as the other one.
Yeah, I get that.
But I felt the way about Lion King.
That's
too.
a fucking tough thing to live up to, though.
It is very hard, but it was very similar. It was just a little different.
That's how I felt about Aladdin. Everybody yelled at me.
Aladdin was great.
I think Aladdin the movie's good, but the songs are not as good as the original. Just like the DuckTales song.
They're pretty good.
Grievatrana says,
Still haven't seen it.
A live action Mighty Ducks is what we need.
Mighty Ducks.
Like cats.
Didn't they make Mighty Ducks? Quack, quack, quack.
Yes, they did, and they made a cartoon version.
Didn't they make the Mighty Ducks movie and then make a Mighty Ducks cartoon kind of based on the movie but with real ducks?
It's not based on the movie at all.
Yeah, it's not based on the movie at all.
Yeah, he's saying he wants a live action of those duck people.
Just the duck people.
Yeah. He says,
I can
want-
respect that. That sounds great.
Not just playing hockey and
That's
saving
okay.
the
Yeah.
world.
I don't need Darkwing Duck. I want those giant ducks playing hockey
How
in
about a
real
live
life.
action Darkwing Duck?
And saving the world.
Who you
Yeah.
can cast?
It
They
wasn't
can
just
team up
playing
with
hockey.
Howard.
How about live action Street Sharks?
Only if Vin Diesel.
Only if Vin Diesel's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Why do you both agree on that?
Because it was the advertiser for it. He was like the guy in their commercial.
In the commercials?
Yeah. But
Young Vin Diesel.
But no, I don't know. There's a thing too about like recreating old stuff in different ways too. Because my biggest fear, cartoon-wise, is that I really dislike certain animations, and I'm like, I hope my favorite childhood things don't get animated like that. Like there's some new Disney animation that I hate.
You just mean like the obviously computer drawn stuff.
I mean like the
Like Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans
Like
Go.
Fairly Odd Parents.
I love Fairly Odd Parents.
But that in a different, like that, Ninja Turtles in that style, I don't want it.
No, I don't. New Disney cartoons. Let me see if I can find what they look like. I hate what they look like.
Don't get me wrong, I love Fairly Odd Parents.
I love Fairly Odd Parents.
I just
So
don't like
good.
that art style for Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I have Evie brush her teeth to My Shiny Teeth and Me from The Fairly Odd Parents. Chris Skylark.
Parents, Fairly Odd Parents.
And
Vicky was
it's
Azula.
2 minutes long. It's perfect.
The voice
This-
actress that played Vicky was
this-
the voice actress that played Azula in Avatar.
Really?
This shit.
What you got?
I hate this style. I don't know if you can see it.
I can't see your computer, Aaron, for some reason.
All right, let me save this and I'll send it
You
to
can
you.
send
This
it
is
to me.
bullshit, Darren. This is bullshit.
Different cards always win.
Calvin, why'd you send all these addresses?
Huh? It's where you can buy the Terrascasi, whatever it is. the tequila.
Terrascasi. No, Aaron, I get you. There's something. I mean,
like sometimes they turn Goofy into this weird shit.
don't get me wrong. That's like classic Disney style, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's like Ren and Stimpy, Aaron.
But the way it's animated, it feels for some reason inauthentic. It doesn't feel like a 2D hand drawn, which I understand. That's not the case
Yeah.
anymore. They don't do that. But I think like a lot of like the best people that do that make it feel like it's 2D hand drawn. But sometimes it just doesn't feel that way
I
anymore.
guess. Did you show the weird Goofy one too, Rick?
No.
Show this weird ass Goofy.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful that the Cuphead cartoon that's come out on Netflix like looks in the old style.
I hope it
Yeah.
looks like the game.
Yeah.
I'd love that. That'd be great. But like I don't know, maybe part of it too is that I grew up with
I
like
kind of like this one.
the Goofy.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
know.
for its own thing, as long as it's not replacing a different type of animation.
I guess
you
so.
know?
I guess I grew up with like some old Mickey Mouse cartoons and stuff like that too, and I've watched like the computer generated kind of stuff where it's like
Reboot.
well, there's like the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and there's Mickey Mouse Roadster Racers and stuff. Like I'm fine with those, but there's something about this art style that I just don't like. I don't know what it is.
What's the frame rate like?
I don't know.
Somebody in chat said that they really hated how like high the frame rate was.
It could be that too, maybe.
Like it's super smooth, like it's like more high res than just like the 12 or 14 frames per second for like a cartoon.
Maybe. But like I don't know. There's just something about some of the older ways of how they did some of it, and
Yeah, I mean, like I love like before 2000s anime. Like that hand-drawn stuff, like the older Miyazaki stuff, like Cowboy Bebops. There's just something about that looks better than the stuff today. Except maybe for Your Name, which is drop dead gorgeous. And Fate. But well, yeah, there's just something about that style that just I don't know. It might just be nostalgia, but it just looks better to me than most things that come out today.
so yeah, I don't know. It's tricky.
Did
too.
you mention like Studio Ghibli stuff?
Miyazaki, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just things that like you mentioned Teen Titans earlier. Like the original Teen Titans, I love the art style and the way things look there versus what they did with Teen Titans Go. And that's always the thing. Like I don't want them to turn this into this, you know. But I know they want to do some different things and whatnot. So I don't know. I guess I just won't watch if they look like things I don't want them to look like weird. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
Just take off your glasses and you won't be able to tell.
Like,
True.
Like a hobo Goofy.
True, yeah. 'Cause I'm sure like some people are like super enjoy this or that, or for some it's their first time and they don't have any other comparison of anything else either.
Yeah.
Where like I might have a bias of like old school animation of Donald Duck.
Now you're the old man.
Yeah. Like there used to be an old Donald Duck animation where I remember there was a song, and there was like, "Who gets stuck with all the bad luck? No one, but Donald Duck." Hey, like that was the intro song they had, right? And
Sure.
I remember that song and that
Yeah.
animation, but then they like the newer stuff. I'm like, I don't know, it throws me off. And I love that older animation style. So
All right. Well, confirmed. We're all old men.
we have our own biases. I'm
Hey,
sure.
I've got 15 years at least.
Old men yell at happy people.
Trying to look at who made this. I had someone made like a Triforce Blind Wave 3D animation. Let's see, who was it?
Oh.
It was Yin-Yang. And
Yin-
it looked pretty
Yin-Yang.
cool.
What we
And
looking at?
then we can get into questions if you guys don't have anything else.
I know there are a few questions. Which guys, if you do want to submit any
Ooh,
questions,
I
we're trying to get
want
to
to.
some of them here.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Oh, what is this? Like a Blind Wave Triforce thing?
Yep,
yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Can't see it.
I missed part of it.
Yin-Yang put that in
Yeah,
our
I heard.
Discord.
Ragnar.
That's what I
Ragnar
heard.
did it,
I heard
yeah.
Yin Yang, and I was like, oh, Yin Yang.
Red
Ragnar.
Riot, the guy that has all the he's on our Discord. He goes, he has like Red Riot profile picture and all of his like stuff are from My Hero. He's a theme, kind of like Not That Michael with Ron Swanson.
Ah,
Yeah,
I got you.
Chat says that Ragnar made it. So maybe the other guy just posted it.
Ragnar.
Yeah,
Ragnar.
Ragnar.
Yeah.
Ragnar?
Yeah, Ragnar. But very awesome.
I'm meeting the sons of Ragnar and Valhalla.
But that's really cool. I like the look of that.
an Ironside.
I like the spirally thing of it too.
Yeah, it was cool.
Toss that into a special Blind Wave movie, make each corner piece like fly off. We have to collect them, gain the power back before Ganon gets them.
Ragnar, change his name. Damn.
All right, we ready for questions?
Yeah,
Would
questions.
be cool.
Diego starts things off.
Hang on. I was trying to say this earlier. Let me
Oh,
show
what?
the thing.
I don't-
What?
If anyone is wanting to submit questions, make sure you go down to the bottom left and you can use your Blind
Channel
Wave
points.
tokens to get questions, and we may get to them here before the end of podcast.
Yes.
There we go. Continue, Rick.
All right, Diego. I'm not sure I understand this. Everyone talks about their favorite moment of the crew, but what is your favorite editor moment? I wonder if that means like a moment that the editor put into a video, or if it's about like an interaction with an editor.
Favorite
I'm not exactly
editor
sure what
moment?
that means.
Lano does so many cool like gags and stuff in his edits.
I really like Lano in our D&D game putting together me talking to myself.
Yeah, that one was good. Man, there was a video. I don't know. It was Top Screen, I think. At some point, we're like talking to Top Screen, like, "Hey, make sure you're doing this and this," and like adding a bunch of work. And he films himself listening to it, and he's like in After Effects, going,
I love that.
"I can't remember what
Yeah.
video it's from, but Top Screen did it."
I know he also sent me one time. We were talking about something, and I just like did a bow and arrow thing. He made like this like air bow like
Yeah.
show up and it was really cool effect.
Ultra did some cool flash effects, and when we ran to slap Akusan, yeah,
Rob's The Promised Neverland opening had some shots that were like shot for shot for the
he did a
original
really good
opening.
job with that.
Yeah.
I
really
would say
enjoyed
some of the
that.
things are like things I'm not expecting them to do as an editor. So maybe the one where I think it was in Doctor Who, right? When Lano, like we were in an episode where like this guy's jumping from car to car.
Yeah.
And he made like this guy jump like through our thing, right? Like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
added it in.
Yeah.
Like, ah!
Well, he did that one thing where like there was an episode of Torchwood. Was it Torchwood or was it Doctor Who? It was an episode where like you actually didn't know that one of these guys isn't actually supposed to be part of your group.
Torchwood.
I think it was Torchwood. It's kind of like that Rick and Morty episode. So he filmed like a friend of his being at the reaction table, like and like moved us away. He just told us like, "Hey, just leave a spot open." So we reacted like normal. We had a spot open, and he put a guy there like talking with us, like, "Oh, how about that, right, Eric?" You know. Fucking one time, Alan for Rick and Morty, the same thing. Alan put Mr. Poopy Butthole in the video and animated the whole video. Alan also a couple times in Rick and Morty would just randomly make our pops on the table just blink. People would be like, what the fuck was that?
I love that kind of dedication
Yeah,
to just a
so
joke.
There's some really good stuff.
Yeah.
I liked Billy's like meta thing where he did a lot of vlogs for us.
Yeah.
And he would put "That's because you're beautiful"
Yeah.
in a lot of them, and then
Yeah.
how that turned into like a sad moment.
They had like it was a happy sad, but yeah. He made it like a story arc.
Yeah.
He's like, remember this, remember this, remember this. Yeah, Billy has really good ideas of that kind of
He
stuff.
sang.
He also will have some people being like, I fucking hate this edit. And they're ones that make me just laugh and laugh and laugh.
All right, next question. Was wondering what you thought of the films Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, if you've seen them, part of Simon Pegg's Cornetto trilogy. Have a
Fuck
good day.
Yeah, I've seen all three.
I've seen Hot
Really
Fuzz.
enjoyed them.
I've seen the first two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them both. I love Hot Fuzz. Love Hot Fuzz.
Aaron,
Yeah.
you had a bad experience with the third one, right?
Well, what he has Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and then
The End is Coming? Is it?
it's something End.
It's not at
World's
World's
End.
End.
World's
It's
End,
World's
right?
End, yeah.
Something like that.
Shaun of the Dead, then Hot Fuzz. Then
World's End.
Yeah, so I've watched Hot Fuzz, and that one was pretty cool. I think I started Shaun of the Dead maybe once, but I never actually finished it or something.
Really?
I forget. I don't think I was watching it like on DVD. It must have been like on TV or something. I don't know. Anyway.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, I was wanting to watch This Is the End? Is that what it's called? Or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that?
This is the end.
You were trying to watch This Is the
I was
End.
going to watch This Is the End, which is like a comedy movie involving like, I don't know, what's his, I was going to say Philip DeFranco, but that's not it. What's that guy's name? He was Osborn in the Spider-Man movies and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. James Franco. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not Philip DeFranco. That's
No,
the YouTube
Philip
guy.
DeFranco.
Like that's all I could think of though. But
Uh-huh.
it has him and different people in it, and I wanted to watch that. So I started this movie called World's End, thinking of it being This Is the End. And I got probably at least 20, 30 minutes into this movie being like, where the fuck are the people that I'm looking for?
Where's James Franco?
And what are we doing with this bar
It's
crawl?
a shame because it's a great movie.
It is.
Yeah, so like...
But like you're just waiting for it. It never happens. You know what that's exactly like? That's like Dwight Schrute in The Office. He says, I pulled up the quote because it reminded me of this. He said, I saw Wedding Crashers accidentally. I bought a ticket for Grizzly Man, and I went to the wrong theater. After an hour, I figured I was in the wrong theater, but I kept waiting. Because that's the thing about bear attacks. They come when you least expect it. That reminds me of you're watching This is
it really
The
was
World's End.
because I was like expecting. I'm like, man, where is like Franco?
Ooh.
And when's this stuff happen? I don't know what to expect. I've heard it's good. It's been okay. It's not been funny for me really, but yeah. So that was my experience with that movie.
that's funny.
I still yet to watch either one of those movies.
Sure.
I didn't finish that one then. I never found the other one yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mr.
yeah, no.
Spice, have you guys seen the Grand Budapest Hotel? If not, can you please put on a poll? I've seen it.
Yes,
I've
I've seen it.
not
It's
seen it.
amazing.
I haven't seen it. Me and Aaron haven't seen it.
It would be
Put it on
great.
the poll.
I have not seen
So
it.
good.
It'd be great to react to.
Isn't that done by Lockhart?
Wes Anderson.
Nope. Okay, never mind. What am I thinking of? Who's the guy who plays Lockhart?
Yeah.
What's his name? He directed
Lockhart?
Thor, the first Thor.
Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name?
Fuck.
Didn't he just do a movie that had a similar title of that? Kenneth Branagh. Okay. What did Kenneth Branagh do?
Brenna.
I'm not sure.
He did a movie that I thought sounded like the Grand Budapest Hotel. maybe something else. I don't know. Maybe it's like fucking Murder on the Orient Express or something. I don't know.
Chazzy Black Onyx. Rick, next week Cyberpunk releases. What is the level of hype you are feeling? I'm feeling pretty hype. I have to say, it's got a lot to live up to because I just came off from Hades, which is one of the best games that came out this year. It's one of the best games I've ever played.
Yeah, it's Murder on the Orient.
Okay, thank you.
So it's got a lot to live up to, but I'm still super, super hyped. I hope there's a Gwent.
I hope not. You spent a lot of time on Gwen.
I did.
Worth
Worth it.
probably be a Gwent.
Although, to be fair, I spent as much time on the horse races, but that's just because I kept losing at them. Next question. We already did the liar one, right?
was the least convincing lie?
Any amusing stories of you getting away with a lie or being caught in one?
Well,
faking
if I-
my mom's
if I-
signature.
If I tell the story of me getting away with a lie, then it's not me getting away with a lie anymore.
I'm no longer getting away with it.
Yeah.
I don't
So
have
that's not a
any
funny story
good
about me getting away
stories
with a
of
lie.
that.
Huh?
I am not a good liar.
I believe it.
I don't know.
I
Your lip quivered.
think of any that come to mind. I don't know if I've ever gotten away with a lie.
There was actually
Wait,
no.
wait,
okay,
wait,
I got
wait.
one. Go ahead.
Did Rick just say, I don't think I've ever gotten away with a lie?
I believe it. I got one, Rick, that we can talk about now. So we've been watching Lost, and there was a character that came out as being like something he wasn't meant to be. His name was Ethan. And when he was first introduced, you look at me. I know this guy's fucking name. His name's Ethan Rom, right? You look at me, and it's like, and there's that one guy that they introduced. What was his name? What was his name? And I go, I think it was like, I looked at my notes. I'm like, I think it's like Ethan something. You're like, yeah, you're right. Ethan Rom. That's what it was. I'm like, oh, okay. And I looked at the camera like, motherfucker, I got you. So that happened. That was one. That was a good one.
I had some moments I had to like keep the straightest of faces, and
Yeah.
you guys would say something to me, and I'd just be like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. And either like I had to thread the line of like picking a side because I don't want to lead you wrong or right, you know? So
I get you.
there's definitely moments like that that happen.
I mean, Aaron just sometimes lies. I have no reason not to think that he is lying.
He lies.
And
for
then
no
whenever
reason.
whenever I find out, oh hey, he wasn't telling the truth, he's like, ha ha ha, gotcha. I'm like, what are you talking about? Wasn't supposed to be looking for a trick. It wasn't even a trick. You just gave me wrong information.
Yeah.
I'm
It's like
trying
you're
to
playing a
think of an
game of
example.
And
tag.
he acts like that.
It's like you're playing a game of tag.
But it
and
happens
you-
all the
And
time.
you touch someone, and they turn around and is like, ha, got you. I was like,
be
no,
like-
this is not how this works.
It'd be like if Eric was like, Aaron, have you seen my keys? Like, yeah, they're over on the kitchen counter. Like, oh, cool, thanks, buddy. And he walks over to go get them. Like, they're not here. I'm like, I don't know where they are.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like I'm having an earnest question.
Yeah.
Like a work thing. Like, hey, are we doing this today? Yeah, I think so. All right, I'll go prepare for it. I come back. I made us wait while I'm doing something. Like, hey, we're not doing it.
He just laughs in your face
Look at him.
for having given you incorrect information.
Like, Aaron, do you know where the thumb drive is? Yeah, I think it's back in the office. It's right there. You're back there looking, like 10 minutes, you come back.
It's not like it's like that one time you got Calvin to agree about some of the Ninja Turtles that had nothing to do with Ninja Turtles.
No, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you got him.
The one
You
with
got-
the
you-
staff.
But you got him to agree to some like when you did to me, I wasn't agreeing and like falling into the trick. You just giving me wrong information. Like that one at least I felt like there was like you got Calvin to like agree with something that he shouldn't have. That's good stuff.
Because I had no knowledge.
I know.
And, yeah.
But
like
usually
I was
when you have no
genuinely
knowledge, you say
asking.
I don't know.
It's like, oh, Michelangelo, he's one of the staff, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, okay, cool. And then I look at like Eric or someone. I'm like, Rick and I had the same moment. What was that, Rick? Do you remember?
I do.
What was that?
The Hadoukens for Mortal Kombat, Calvin.
Oh yeah, we were just been talking about Mortal Kombat, and then I went to go get my book, and I was like, Hadouken. I was like, that's a move from Mortal Kombat. And I was like, I know. And then me and Rick both looked at each other, and we were like, we didn't say anything. We just let it go. But it was just a lie for no reason.
Well, we both had our masks on. And, like, I could just feel my eyes grow wide as I just tried to suppress my laughter.
So funny.
Alicia said, Aaron once tricked me into taking a shot by telling someone they wanted to take a shot with me and told the other person the same.
I don't remember that, but I might do that.
You,
that
you were
sounds
probably
funny.
like 20 drinks in at Pins.
I may have been, yeah. There was a few wave cons that I drank a little bit. A little bit.
All right.
Secret
next.
Hitler Among Us. I love those games. Games are fun. No one ever trusts me, though.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know why.
you lie for no reason. You lie to try to catch other people out, and people catch you in your lie, and then you get ejected.
Anyway. I don't know who's the best liar. Eric? Calvin?
I don't wanna be-
No.
I don't think it's Rick.
I don't want to be
Definitely not
known
me.
as the best liar. It's like that whole thing we talked about. Like, do you want to be the best assassin? Because you think you're the best assassin, no one knows who they are.
You want to be second best, where people know you.
Yeah, I want people to think, no, I can trust that guy, but I'm lying. So that's what we need to do. We got to figure out the person we trust the most. They're the liar.
Okay.
Like Tom Hanks.
He's the best liar.
He's probably the best liar. Amazing actor, I guess. That works.
Drush asks, would you guys bring back Cooking with Blind Wave? If we ever do, we've gotten a lot better at cooking over the pandemic.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't cooked that much. I don't get to that much often.
It's going to be easier with us having more support here at the studio. Because part of the Cooking with Blind Wave thing was that, all right, how long is it going to take to set up, to cook? You know, like
buy the
it can go
ingredients?
anywhere from where to like an hour to 6 hours. And then, you know, our schedule is such that it's so hard to just find 6 hours from something. I mean, we have people getting pissed off that we can't find another hour to do a Naruto episode a week, you know, let alone a Cooking with.
You don't want to like get up in the middle of reaction to go stir.
Exactly.
But yeah, no. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed those. Maybe they'll come back
Me
at some
too.
point, or
Yeah.
maybe it's not going to be like a. Maybe we brought them back. It'd be like a special. Like here's a special episode that we're going to do, but it's not going to be
Yeah.
a concurrent event.
It's going to be well after COVID,
Yeah.
if that's ever a time.
Keith, speaking of bit rate, when are you guys going to start filming in 4K?
Like Eric.
I don't think our editors would appreciate that very much.
It just wouldn't make any sense in terms of how long it takes us to upload and download from our editors. We
No.
did do 60 frames a second for a couple of videos, and it looks nice, but again, I just don't think it's
doesn't-
worth having 4 guys sit at a table in 4K. You know?
Wow, they
Well,
look like people.
Yeah.
yeah. It's not
Especially
even-
us.
Exactly.
I'm sure there are 4 guys
Yeah.
that could be appreciated in 4K.
True.
Plus, I don't want you guys to be able to see all the dirt on my face.
Yeah,
That's why you wear the hat.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's just like
Keep it shadowed.
like you take that thing off and you're like Marv from Home Alone.
I mean, really, the only benefit it would have right now, I feel like, is if we filmed it in 4K and then in the edit take it back down to 1080p, but whenever we do zoom-ins for you guys in the back, you're much better quality than you would be. That's the
True.
only thing I could see.
Yeah. That's why I don't want you to know that there's dirt on my face.
Why is there dirt on his face?
No, Marv got like super dusty at one point in Home Alone, right?
Wasn't it like chimney soot?
I don't remember.
Or he got electrocuted or something like that?
He was white at one point.
In Home Alone 2,
Yeah.
which one's which?
He got hit with like cement bags, didn't
Which
he?
one's Harry? Which one's Marv? Right? That's their names.
Marv's
Yeah,
the tall one.
Marv is
Yeah.
the... Yeah.
The
Harry's
tall
the...
Yeah, he like grabbed it and just it was like cement dust, right? Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
all over him
Yep.
because they were in the rebuilding area.
Yep.
Not only, Aaron, have you ever thought of lightsabers as huge needles?
No, that seems ridiculous.
All right. Also from Lenny, we all know about Grogu now, but if you could rename him, what would you name him?
Cracker rot.
Okay.
Why cracker rot?
Because Groku is to Goku what Kakarot is to Kakarot. You're making it sound like it doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense.
I would name him
You're just being difficult.
Yidlo.
That's stupid.
Why?
I don't know.
So there's Yoda, there's Yaddle.
And Yidlo.
Yidlo?
Yidlo.
I would name him Yeet.
Yeet.
As in throw.
I guess you can just.
Yeet! It'd be funny every time you threw something
Dude, I've
and you
rewatched
said
that.
yeet, he would catch it.
I rewatched that episode, and I just love where it's like, Grogu. Bo. His little, like Bo. I don't know. The B-O
His bow?
sound he makes. It's like a
Bow.
turned down cute Bo. Bo.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about like Yoda and Yaddle. Something with a ya.
Why's it gotta be yeah?
Why not?
They all have to start with a yeah.
I didn't make the rule.
There's only 2.
Well, then
There's
why can't the third one
3.
start with a Y?
And one
This is
starts
George
with a G.
Lucas. We know that he just makes sometimes he just makes bad decisions.
I mean, they're
he
only-
literally was like, "I want Yoda in a wig," and that's what they did.
Eric, the
Because
other
he had
time,
no men.
I don't think that's what he did.
That's exact. Not only is that what he did, it's exactly what he did. You can read fucking the behind the scenes books. That's exactly what happened. He's like, what are we gonna do? He's like, I don't know, put Yoda in a dress. And they did. Yoda in a wig. I'm sorry, not
Is
a
it a
dress.
wig or a dress?
A wig.
You keep changing the story.
They did that.
I'm so confused.
Eric, the other time that there's only 2 in Star Wars is Sith, and they're both Darths.
It's a title, but yes, you're right. However, there's been more than one two Darth at the same time. Rick, it's happened.
It's true.
3 of them appeared in episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Carl. Hi guys, your reactions to Brooklyn Nine-Nine are the highlight of my week, which is surprising because
Yeah.
my favorite thing about your reactions is your discussions, and didn't think Brooklyn Nine-Nine would offer much.
I'm so happy people like it.
Is there a show, genre, or format you would like to react to but aren't convinced it would offer much in the way of discussion?
In a way of discussion. See, I always knew that something like Brooklyn Nine-Nine was going to be a fantastic reaction. The discussion might lack on some of the stuff.
I always
worried
knew that. On
Always Sunny?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No. Discussion would be amazing on that.
Okay.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Rick and Morty. Like,
Yeah.
those are two that I was like, I don't know if this is going to be good. Like, what are we going to talk about afterwards? Like,
Sure.
I don't want to just have a reaction. Then our discussion's like, well, that was funny. You
Yeah.
know, like, that's it.
For me, it would be like, I feel like Lucifer is the closest we have to this, but not because Lucifer is just a different than most of them. But like a Law and Order procedural where they tell the story, that's what happened, that's it. There's not really much like overbearing story. Like, all right, well, what does this mean for the rest of the story? There's not a whole lot of that in Law and Order except for like this guy drinks.
Well, yeah, there's not a lot of that, but a lot of those are like ripped from the headlines, so you
True.
can like discuss the true stories.
And while I think the reaction could be good, the discussion I feel like wouldn't lack because it on.
I would feel like anime that are 99% fan service
Yeah.
would be ones.
In terms of the discussion,
Yeah,
maybe. We'll see. It depends if Aaron's in it.
maybe.
It is research.
I mean, we've talked about for so long just like ketchup on hot dogs. I feel like we can do it. We can discuss almost anything.
Yeah.
But Brooklyn Nine-Nine was the one where, like, before it happened, so many people went at one were like, this isn't going to be fucking good. And I'm like, you motherfucker, it's going to be great. But I was also praying to God it was going to be good, you know, because I didn't really know.
Yeah.
I felt similar to Hamilton. I knew the discussion was going to be good, but I wasn't sure about the reaction, you know. But I actually really enjoyed that one, too. That one comes out for everybody on Saturday, too. So make sure you stick around for Saturday of Hamilton.
I haven't watched a whole lot of like the procedural drama law things, but does Law and Order like those ones don't really have, or CSI or anything? Because the only one I've watched really is NCIS that
Yeah.
It's pretty similar.
that I watched through. But NCIS, I felt like out of what story it had, there were like, you know, crimes and stuff that we were trying to solve, but there felt like much more of like a arcing story overall.
I think
than just having
CSI definitely
CSI
had more.
does.
Yeah,
Like Law and Order, like I recently watched through Special Victims Unit until they got rid of Elliot, and I was like, well, fuck, I don't want to watch this anymore. But like it would every once in a while, like, hey, he's having problems with his wife, and then like 20 episodes later, hey, he's divorced his wife. Then 20 episodes later, like, hey, his daughter that had this sickness from 2 years ago, you know, or two seasons ago, is sick again. Like it wouldn't be much, you know.
Yeah, it was more about the
It'd be like
victims
5 minutes
rather
of discussion, I feel like.
rather than the detectives.
Yeah. I was just curious because, like I said, NCIS, I feel like out of them, then may be one of the better ones that have like a story kind of going.
Yeah.
Because that one has a lot of people coming and going and reasons and.
There's a lot of episodes, isn't it?
it depends on
NCIS?
the show.
I've seen a couple episodes of it.
If you
with
like
Jancy.
NCIS, you would also probably like Criminal Minds, Bones.
Criminal Minds is Law and Order, right? No. What's the Law and Order with Vincent D'Onofrio? I want to watch that. Criminal Intent.
Yeah, Criminal Intent.
Vincent D'Onofrio's in that. He's good. Let's watch that.
Dude,
I'm
he
sorry,
was-
Calvin. I completely interrupted you.
No, it's
But I
fine.
thought of Vincent D'Onofrio and I had to say something.
That's fine.
Vincent D'Onofrio was in a show and I didn't recognize him right away.
Oh, yeah?
Crazy. Yeah. I didn't recognize him, and I heard the voice, and me and Melly were like, yeah, this guy reminds me of this. But he looked so different from when last time I saw him in right?
Yeah.
He looked so
Daredevil.
different than that I didn't recognize it as him right away. It was crazy.
I feel like sometimes you're really good at it, but sometimes I think you got some facial blindness.
Oh, maybe.
Rick less so. Like me and Calvin picked up Michael Biehn and Mandalorian pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you were like, I don't think it's him. I'm looking at you like, that's him.
The voice sold it for me later on in the
Yeah,
episode. But
sure.
yeah, right away it didn't.
I wonder if it's possible to have like a little bit of facial blindness.
I don't know.
Like
I mean-
a degree of it.
Yeah.
It's probably a spectrum,
Maybe.
right?
I don't know. I have issues telling all kinds of stuff about people by looking
Yeah.
at them.
Well, also, like,
I'm terrible at
I don't feel like Aaron has seen as much Michael Biehn as the rest of us either. Like, he hadn't watched Tombstone or...
I think
I
I've
have
only
now.
ever seen Tombstone and Terminator.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot. I've seen Tombstone a lot.
You haven't seen Aliens?
Oh, I've
Aaron?
seen that.
Okay.
Johnny Ringo. I've seen
so much.
No, I haven't seen
Tombstone.
Aliens.
You haven't seen Aliens?
I've seen Alien. When
Oh,
we watched it
yeah.
on commentary.
Dude, we should react to Aliens because I haven't seen that movie in so long. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I watch that movie all the time. We got to watch the director's cut, though.
Sure.
What about The Abyss? It's another James Cameron.
I just wonder, Aaron, if I saw the thing not knowing it was D'Onofrio, would I be like, that's fucking Vincent D'Onofrio? Or would I be like, that's Vincent D'Onofrio, man?
I don't know. I mean, if
know?
you look at him as like Kingpin and then look
True.
at him in like Men in Black or
Yeah.
maybe even Full Metal Jacket, like
Private
how
Pile.
much comparison is there between them where you'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, if you don't know it's him already.
True.
I'm just curious because I know he's there already, you know?
Yeah.
Michael
like-
Bihn's in The Rock.
They're so different between those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's in The Rock, but I didn't know he was in The Rock until we saw him in that, in Mandalorian.
I'm going to rewatch The Rock just so I can watch now who I love in The West Wing.
Yeah, I know.
but one guy-
I was like, wait a minute. That's Womack.
Womack! You son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
You know?
Yeah, I was like, fucking.
But
this
he's
Womack.
amazing in
I'm
The
like,
West
man, when
Wing.
I watch The Rock, I'm not gonna look at Womack the same anymore.
No.
So
I can't remember Womack's face right now. It's been so long since I've watched The Rock. You guys got to watch The Rock on that
on the
flight.
plane, yeah.
Mine did not
That
work.
was so great.
I was so frustrated. I kept like having to like lean over and look at the seat over Eric's shoulder, and the guy next to me was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Fine, I won't watch TV."
I love that. No, we had like 3 or 4 of us all watching The Rock at this like almost
It was
in unison.
me, you,
Yeah.
and Rick. Were you
Gus
watching
or
it? No,
Rick?
Gus.
It wasn't me.
It was
Yeah.
me, you, and Gus.
Yeah.
We did a video of like me watching the Rick, or the Rick,
The
watching
Rock.
The Rock, and then went over to Aaron, and then went over to Gus, and then like Calvin's like back like, it's not working.
It's good. But yeah, no, yeah. Womack, Leo. I don't remember the actor's name and stuff, but yeah. I also like
John Spencer.
after
John
seeing
Spencer,
after
that's
seeing
his name.
Josh, I really want to watch Get Out again
Yeah,
because I'm like, wait a minute.
dude. Also watch Billy Madison.
I don't remember. I haven't seen Billy
He's
Madison.
the bad guy in
a
Billy Madison. He
long
plays
time.
Eric. Eric's pregnant.
I don't remember him at all.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember about Billy Madison is you got it right, and you're like, Chris Farley takes off his shirt.
Chris Farley's so funny, man.
Cyclone Trooper, what are your thoughts on the Mandalorian mod for Jedi Fallen Order? Hadn't heard.
I saw the video. Looks cool. I gotta say, I think the Darksaber in that mod looks better than the Darksaber in the cartoon. Maybe not so much the actual show, but yeah, it's a cool idea. I mean, I come from like, when I was a kid, I don't know, how old was I when Jedi Outcast came out? When Jedi Outcast came out, that's when I first got in. That was my first game I modded on my PC.
Yeah.
So I'd have every character that's ever existed on Star Wars in there, So I like those type of mods. Those are cool.
I can't remember modding like anything really when I was
Really?
younger. Like olden days.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to remember what the first game I modded would have been.
There was a guy's website, like he was the guy that could actually model new things as opposed to just recoloring them. And so you just wait.
Like change the character
I'd be
models.
checking every day. Man, he has an updated Stormtrooper. You automatically change the Stormtroopers from the game to his. It is amazing. But he would do like Dooku and Vader and all the characters,
Nah, Skyrim may be one of the first ones I added mods to. I think Steam.
I've done
I don't
Skyrim.
think it was until Steam that I modded anything.
Yeah,
Probably. Either that or World of Warcraft.
sure.
You never modded like Unreal Tournament?
I don't think so. I mean, there were mods in it that were like in the game,
Yeah.
but not. I don't remember adding in like other mods. Not that I can remember.
Yeah.
But I know there were mods and stuff too for like different like RTSs and stuff like that. I don't think I ever
Mm-hmm.
did that either. Like, I don't know.
Why are you booing me? I'm right about the Darksaber. No, I'm kidding.
Why are you booing me?
Next question,
Yeah. Unless Aaron was going to say something.
Aaron.
No, it's fine. Go to the next question.
Next question.
What's your guys' favorite episode of The Mandalorian? Personally, every new episode that comes out becomes my favorite. There's not a single bad episode. JMW official.
I mean, I think it can be a cop out sometimes to say in the most recent, but the most recent is one of my favorites, just in terms of not only because of what we saw, but I just really liked its unique look in that series. You know,
Yeah.
not saying that episode itself was unique to everything in the world, but as a singular episode of The Mandalorian, that was pretty unique. So maybe 13.
I'd probably agree. I also really enjoyed like the last episode of last season. Mm-hmm. That was very good, and a lot of last season I liked as well. So it's hard. It's hard because like so many of the episodes I enjoy. Like I loved, like I think it was like episode like 4 or 5 was really good. That had Matt Lanter. That episode.
Yeah.
Like that one, I enjoyed that one a lot too. Like,
Episode 2 with, or I think it was season 1, episode 2 with the Mudhorn and the Jawas, like with the fuzzy egg.
Yeah.
That's great.
I really like that one.
yeah, they were. I mean, it's hard to pick one because there's not a whole lot, and there's a lot of really good ones.
Yeah.
Indeed. Okay, next question. If you were to make a romantic comedy using characters from The Mandalorian and other Star Wars properties, who would be the couple you'd go with? The Marshalls, Din and Bo, Ahsoka and Bo, IG-11 and Din, or whomever?
Just matching people together.
Yeah, if you were making a romantic comedy. I would just do the frog husband and wife. Just see their misadventures, how they got together.
I mean, I just loved when Clone Wars put Zero the Hutt together with the singer from Return of the Jedi. It's sliced in the middle. That was fucking hilarious. But if I'm going to pick anybody, it's going to be like HK-47
No, we can't do that.
with like a meat bag.
I mean,
Anybody who's the meatiest bag
can't
in Star
do that,
Wars.
Eric.
Why not?
it's someone from The Mandalorian.
Don't you remember the quest in KOTOR?
I do.
Remember that poor droid?
Yeah. And it was great. Someone from The Mandalorian. Anybody from The Mandalorian?
Wait, it has to be someone.
I thought so. I already accepted the question, but
Gotcha.
I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm not
Say
sure.
Trapper Wolf and what? Go ahead.
Nah, I have some ideas. It's not necessarily anyone who's in The Mandalorian, but it's someone who could be.
Well, anybody
alive.
could be.
That could be alive at any time. It'd be great.
Yeah, they could Force Ghost or something. I don't know.
Luke and Mara Jade.
That doesn't happen.
You don't know? You have no evidence?
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
who's the bigger badass at this point, Din Djarin or Boba Fett?
Well, Din Djarin, just in
Yeah.
terms of what we've
Boba
seen.
Fett got like bumped and fell into a pit.
He's done some fantastic stuff in the EU, but it's hard
Yeah.
for me to use that as justification.
Darth
sometimes.
Vader was impressed by Boba Fett, I felt like. I feel like that's a hard thing to accomplish.
There's a, you know what? There's a fantastic. I guess it's a meme. I don't know, but someone saying like, you know why Darth Vader always hired Boba Fett? It reminded him of Rex
Really?
with his voice.
Huh.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's,
Because they would be the same voice.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
As you wish.
Lord Vader. You know? And you just hear it in there.
I was thinking of the original voice
Yeah, I
actor.
know.
Because
You're thinking of Jeremy Bullock.
Yeah.
if you think about too, like in that time when like no disintegration, you
Yeah.
know, I imagine if someone would have failed Darth Vader
Yeah.
in some way, he would have killed him.
Right?
But
Yeah.
he didn't do it to Boba, you know. He's like no disintegration, you know, as you wish.
As you wish, sir.
Yeah, like if he just hears Rex's voice in there, that'd be crazy and sad.
Yeah.
That's my love story there. Darth
All right.
Vader and Boba Fett.
Where does the Razor Crest land on each of your Star Wars ships rankings? Gotta say, it continues to slide up my list, but will never surpass the Falcon.
Man, I don't know.
I don't know.
love
I'm not
the,
a huge ships guy.
love the Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost is a really good.
Could go up to number 1 for me.
Ghost
Over
is
the
really
Falcon.
good.
Yeah, if I'm going
so far.
like a 1 to 10,
Yeah.
Ghost is very high up there on
Yeah.
my list. Like as far as like a, I don't know. Like I love the X-wing too.
Yeah. X-Wing is just a very classic shape, but I like the utility of the Ghost.
Yeah.
It has a dropship. Like no other like hero ship that I have seen so far has like a little shuttle craft.
Yeah, it's really cool to have. Like it's done
Nice.
really well.
My number one's the TIE Interceptor.
My,
Yeah.
my,
What's it look like, Rick?
TIE Interceptor?
Yeah.
It's a TIE fighter, but it has like the 4 like.
No, I know.
Yeah. it looks
You're
like
being honest.
it looks like the energy swords from Halo on the sides of a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bottom of my list is probably Dash Rendar's ship.
The Outrider. If you're gonna do it so dirty, show it some respect. Remember the name.
Doesn't deserve a name.
It's YT 1300. Oh my God, am I right? Someone
Yeah.
look that up.
I looked it up last week. It
Eric,
is.
we just did. It's not. You're not a god. You got it wrong.
I'm a god.
You got it wrong.
No, the YT 1300 is the Falcon. It's 2400, isn't it?
You got it wrong last.
It's 2400. I'm
Yeah.
a god.
We went over this.
I'm a demigod.
You're not.
I just didn't want you to
Sliding
look it up
down the
again.
scale.
So that's like my least favorite of this shit. That's at the bottom, and then the ghost at the top.
Gotcha.
Probably for now.
What about a B-wing?
But the Ebon Hawk.
B-wing's in the middle. Ebon Hawk.
Yeah.
It's probably above average.
What about the Twilight? Do you remember the Twilight? Clone Wars, Anakin's shitty ship that he uses for a little tiny bit.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
That one's average.
He
You know,
crashed that
legitimately,
one,
I
too.
do love the Slave One. I love
Yeah.
the way it like
Yeah.
lands and then comes up and stuff.
The thing I love, and one thing I love about ships that they should have, which is why TIE fighters are at like 2s and 3s for me,
Yeah.
is when you go like this, I want you to be a different width than when you're like this. You know
Well,
what I mean?
from what we've seen from The Mandalorian, they should be able to fold up.
Yeah, but I don't
and
think
just
they
glide.
Fly. I don't think they can fly like that.
He's
though.
right.
They might not be able
I
to
don't
produce
know.
thrust, but they should be able to glide at least.
But
They
that's
should
one
be
of the
able to
things,
like take their wings off and this be a ball,
yeah.
and then like just fills up with like a airbag and they can land.
It'd be like the landing sequence from Red Planet.
Like some of the Jedi
Like,
Starfighters are pretty cool.
It's like Saiyan pods.
Yeah, the Jedi Starfighters are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like Yoda's ship is
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
Jedi
you know? Like some of
Starfighters
those.
are
I
things.
love Yoda's ship.
Like I like some of those, but like
You know what
TIE fighters and I
Mm.
don't know.
I really like the, what are they called? The episode 1 like walker droid ships that like can walk, but then also.
The vultures, right?
Vulture droids?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are cool. A lot of ships. Can't pick a bunch of them. But
Those ones are probably
Razor
really
Crest
cool
is
because
good,
they
too.
probably meet most of the requirements, except for you can't pilot them because they're droids.
Yeah.
So they don't classify as a ship.
Yeah, they're a drone,
guess.
I think.
Well, I'll pick
suppose
the
that's
Sun Crusher, and my ship will beat all of your guys' ships.
Huh?
Yep.
Is that the one from the EU?
Yeah.
That you can't have that.
I know that's it's that parts of the EU, the old EU. It's like, well, you know, the Death Star. You know how it can destroy planets. This one can destroy a solar system.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they do that a little bit in the old EU. It just would destroy a sun.
And then all the other planets would just,
Yeah.
like...
So the EU is like what happened to Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball's all official.
Parts of it, but yes. I mean that one is not as bad as like the glove of Darth Vader. That one was a good one. Because the guy just had Vader's glove after he had died and put it on. And he could I could use the Force and shit. That's not how the Force works.
I saw someone mention about the V-19 Torrent, but I feel like that one's just like a weird upside down Imperial ship. I'm not a super big fan of it.
I don't know that one.
I'd rather have the.
Is that the Clone Wars era?
Oh, okay, yeah. This is from it's Clone Wars, yeah.
It looks like the Terran... is it called the Wraith? From StarCraft? How it has, like, the drop wing and then the two,
kind
like...
of
a
cool
little
ship.
bit, kind of, yeah. I'd rather have the V-wing from Rogue Squadron from the 64. Remember the V-wing?
Yeah.
I don't think has that made an appearance anywhere?
Yeah, this looks like a Wraith.
See that they have the Nimbus class V-wings, but there was an old V-wing that was like, I don't know. It's so weird that there's two different V-wings.
Do they have a Nimbus 2000 class?
There's the V-wing airspeeder, and then there's the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith V-wings.
Yeah.
You didn't answer my question.
No.
Oh.
Which the V-wings looks much more like an A-wing, but with like weird ass wings coming off of it, all weird. The V-wing is much better.
I also really like the Gauntlet Mandalorian ships.
All right, I'm gonna move on to bits, donations, and exercises.
Yep.
We're almost out of time. There are some exercises, so I will give those out as I read other things. So, Aaron,
Redemptions.
you've got
Oh man.
30 squats
1, 2, 3.
and 10 sit-ups. Chazzy Black Onyx for Aaron. Eric sends his regards.
Oh.
From Void Malachi, Aaron, just because.
Oh.
Sagroth, just simply for Aaron. Void Malachi, Aaron, it's all your fault.
The audio.
10, 20, 30 squats and 10 sit-ups. Eric,
Yes.
you have 10 squats and 10 push-ups.
Okay.
Void Malachi, Eric for DuckTales.
Ah.
And Light for Eric. This will help you feel young.
Any for me?
No.
No.
Huh. How
All
about
right. And I will read
that? Guess I don't have unpopular opinions.
as
Or
you guys
make the audio
do that.
mess up.
Where are we at? All right. Bevason, resubscribed for 7 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bebasan.
Snowy, 300 bits.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Common Omar, 9 months. Blindway
Baby.
Jedi Chicks, resubscribed for 8 months.
Thank you.
Tintin Who, 17 months. Thank you very much. Hilding, 200 bits. Yo, you
Hey,
know it.
Hilding.
Love it. It's the weekly loving.
Thank you.
Aaron A25, 29 months. Thank you very much. Chris Z, 15 months. And Underhand Comic, 21 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Halo SPR10, 2 months. Thank you. Tori, 145 bits. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Thank you for watching.
Miss Timmy Fantastico has resubscribed for 19 months. I haven't watched Clone Wars, but your Mandalorian joy and enthusiasm makes me excited like I have. I'm starting it in a week or so. Excited for my new journey.
Awesome.
T. Funderman, 9 months. Thank you very much. Congrats on the Blindway baby. ZD, 22 months. Thank you.
Why don't you say that? 'Cause I accidentally cleared that off, Calvin.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, what I use clear. That was mine.
Night Owl Lenny, 28 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lenny.
Thank you, Lenny.
Run Good Hawkeye, 5 bits. Who do you think took Grogu from the Jedi Temple?
Spoilers?
We talked about it during reactions.
It's true.
Yep.
We talked about that in the reaction.
You can get closer, Aaron. They can see you in my view.
If you wait past the reactions, there's discussions.
I was
In fact.
I was just looking at like what the watch fall off is, like right after a discussion has ended.
Yeah.
And then an hour of the video is left and it goes "Boo." I'm like, man, why even bother? But you know what? I love it.
There's still some people that
Yeah,
watch
some.
it.
About 8% watch the rest of it, Cal.
Yeah.
Z has resubscribed for 39 months.
Thank you,
very much.
Frenzy. That's so long.
Void Malachi, 23 months. Nearly 2 whole years. You guys really made this year bearable.
Thank
Oh,
you. Thank you, Void.
Jancy, resubscribed for 40 months.
40.
Dang.
Most impressive. Ryan Toll, 8 months. What's intro music for stream?
Aaron?
Oh, it is from Stream Beats, which is by Harris Heller. It's copyright-free music that can be used for streams and YouTube videos. You can find it on like Spotify, YouTube, and all that good stuff.
Yep.
We have a hype train going.
Just look up Stream Beats.
Oh,
They
wow,
have like
thank you.
that one was the I don't remember. There's an EDM one. There's like a synth one. There's a lo-fi one. I forget which one I was playing.
All right. Mas Casa gifted 10 subs. We're going to hear that name a lot over the next few minutes.
Yep.
Tetsuo, 18 months.
Thank
you
you,
very much.
Tetsuo.
Airworthy Pants subscribed for the first time.
Thank you, Pants.
Airworthy? Like you can glide in them?
Airworthy Pants. Yeah.
Like parachute pants?
Then Mas Casa dropped to 50 gifted subs.
Yes. Thank you,
Wow.
Mascasa.
That's
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
Congrats to
Very-
everybody that got one.
Gustavo
generous.
Bruno resubscribed for 25 months.
Thank you, Bruno.
Thank you, Bruno.
Gorgon Fish, 20 months. Woo.
Thank you, Gorgon.
Bell Revan, 36 months. 8 months. Believe it. Will you guys ever play Baldur's Gate 3 together? Maggie and I will definitely play it together.
No! Believe it!
Fast Traxel resubscribed for 2 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
K1 A Botter subscribed for the first time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Reverie Code, subscribe for the first time.
Revelry
Thank you,
Code in the
Revelry in the Dark code.
dark. Calvin got before you.
Dip, 100 bits. All right, guys, I'm going to bed, sadly. I got a cold, and I can't stay up anymore. I'll
Aw.
watch the rest of the podcast tomorrow.
Oh, feel better, Dip.
Get better, Dip.
Better.
Potato chip.
I can next time just stick around. I don't care how much you're suffering. Watch. No, I'm kidding.
Eric hopes you left your browser open.
Yeah.
Tor tipped $5. Will you react to the Vikings new trailer and American Gods new
Still
trailer?
there. Vikings. Let's see. We had the last half season, I think, of Vikings coming up. You know what? Maybe not do the last trailer.
Yeah. I feel like I got spoiled a lot about what was happening
Yeah.
in the previous trailer. I'd like to go in just totally blank.
Aaron, you should catch up so that you can be in Vikings with us.
Yeah.
Or Rick, maybe you should because you do history stuff. I don't know.
It's a lot of catching up.
There's a
to
lot of
do.
catch up for you, not so much for
I
you.
mean, catch up and join in the show I dropped out of.
Yeah.
It got better.
It's different now. People don't die from bees.
I left for 10 seconds,
Oh,
came
my
back, and a
gosh.
guy died and was gone.
He's
He
been
was
in the
out
show
of the
forever.
show. Dead forever.
He's one of our favorite guys.
He was.
Like, what happened? He died!
I still cannot believe that occurred.
I know.
And in such a short amount of time.
Never got that bad again. Except for one thing last season. I was like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Vikings.
Yes.
We didn't say who.
Nope.
Stacient, resubscribe for 5 months.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you.
Dad Pie Gaming,
That about
resubscribe for 10 months.
That
Thank
sounds like
you.
a
Thank
Pokemon or something.
You guys are
Dad
going to
Pie.
watch the new Doctor Who special? Love you guys.
It comes. It's not until the end of the year.
Yeah.
Is it for New Year's?
Yeah.
Okay.
New Year's, Christmas, something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll do that. It'd be great. Have they announced when the new season's happening, or is it just special?
No, I asked about it recently, so there's
Okay.
just a special coming out.
Gotcha.
New season sometime next year.
Okay.
Lanky Rambo, 8 months. Been one of the few decent parts of my 2020. Keep on going.
Thank
Keep
you.
on keeping on. That's what he said.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lanky. BRAF Pack, subscribe for the first time.
Thank
Braf
you.
Pack.
Rat pack.
Jasmine Booth, 33 months. Thank you.
Thank
Wow,
you,
thank
Jasmine Booth.
We got a lot today.
Yes.
That guy J-Rod, subscribe for 6 months. Sup?
Thank
you,
J-Rod.
J-Rod.
Mas Casa with 9 more subs.
Thank you, Mascasa.
Matut, resubscribe for 9 months. I think that's how that's said. Thank you.
Thank you,
Uh,
Matut.
Mascas gifted a sub and then gifted 25 more. Good Lord.
That's crazy.
wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lord. Thank you. Brendan Anomaly, resubscribe for 12 months. 1 year. I have nothing important to say. Only that this character lives.
I think it's Brendan O'Malley.
What?
Brendan O'Malley.
Brendan O'Malley?
Yeah, I think you said Brendan Anomaly.
I did. You're right. I've been saying that for 12 months.
There is anomaly, but that's because it's Brendan.
Yeah.
And then O'Malley.
Yep. I'll put that one in the memory banks. Try to remember that one for next time. Mr. Zack Attack, resubscribed for 9 months. 9 months subbed. Thanks for giving us all great content during this crappy year. Here's hoping 2021 is everything I thought 2020 was going to be. LOL. Well, there's going to be
Thank
another
you.
sweary game in 2021, so
No.
it's going to be 2 pretty great years back to back.
From a gaming point of view.
Mr. Spice, resubscribed for 10 months. Just wanted to thank Rick for all of his hard work on fixing the website.
Yes.
Website fixing.
Thank you, Rick.
Don Jimmy tipped $5. Well, I'm excited for the prospect of things like the Obi-Wan show. I hope it's called the Obi-Wan show, by the way. I feel like if
Like
George
a-
Lucas was in charge of making Star Wars, we would be seeing more new characters and time periods. Would you rather have new stuff or another IP between 3 and 4?
I mean, if Lucas was still involved, we would have gotten the Underworld thing.
True.
So I don't know. I'm happy with what we're getting. I think you can have a lot of conversation at the Star Wars that isn't, but we should talk about the Star Wars that is.
True. Yeah. I mean, you could tell lots of stories, and I don't care what stories they are. I mean, honestly, Din is a new character that I'd never known before, and I love him. You know.
Like, pretty much all the characters that we've been introduced to are
Yeah.
brand new.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
And I'm fine with having people show up too through different things, and that's I mean, it's a big galaxy, but it could happen, you know.
Yeah.
I want Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi to be in something good, because he's amazing.
Something good
Yeah.
as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Just
Yeah.
fucking move on.
He's floofing his beard.
You're making me crazy.
As in another something good. That's what you meant, right?
That is Jay Spider, resubscribed
In
for
addition
17
to-
months.
Thank
what
you,
should I get
Thaddeus.
for dinner?
What?
What should I get for dinner?
Tacos.
Waffles.
Tacos.
Tacos are good.
Tacos.
Indian.
With queso.
Lasagna.
Lasagna.
Although lasagna might be hard to get for
Do you
dinner.
see the people that make
Lasagna?
lasagna, but it's like in that like always edge brownie thing?
What?
Oh,
Ever seen
what?
one of those? You know those like ever edge brownie pans? Like,
Yeah.
people make lasagna in those, so your lasagna has that too. That's pretty cool.
Why would you want that?
I don't know. People do it.
Because the edge is like
Sometimes
a
it can
different
get crunchy.
texture. It's like a little
Yeah,
bit crunchier, chewy.
It is. I feel like more often than not that's the part that gets like too hard.
Yeah, but this time,
You know, now it's all hard. It
Yeah.
just sucks.
well, like you can have that edge, but have it cook for the edge, not cook for the middle. You know?
Maybe. I love the
Yeah.
middle though. It's all nice and cheesy.
I like when you can get like a good like
I know,
piece
Jancy.
of the middle, and it's like all stuck
Yeah.
together still. Most of the time, you get a lasagna out and it all like slides off of each other, and it's just a pile. It's
yeah.
disappointing.
A good hamburger. You know, that was one of my favorite things for this since podcast, because we haven't had a podcast for a while, right?
It's been a week.
2 weeks.
We did hamburgers with the kids.
Yeah.
And what I did is we had hamburger meat, and I made each one of them. We put hamburger meat in a bowl, and they all had to like put ingredients into it and mix it up to make a hamburger. I was trying to get them out of their comfort zone. So like, Leon now will eat a hamburger with cheese, ketchup, and onions, whereas before he wanted a plain hamburger, just a bun, just the meat.
Yeah.
So I got him to try something different. Ayla now, I mean, she did it before too, but
Yeah.
like we'll go to McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever, and she just wants just a cheeseburger, and it just has pickles, onions, ketchup, mustard, whatever. She just eats it. Like, good. So, but no, it was fun. They all got to try and make new things and got a little creative.
Nice.
So that was a good thing.
I'm once again hungry.
Soundswave, just say what you want to say, get it down on paper, filibuster if you have to, and then like find sources that support what you're saying. It's easier than finding sources that say something and then trying to work around that.
And yeah, I saw someone in chat mention it. So quick shout out to anyone who's going through finals right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or studying for finals, because it's that time of year, baby.
Don't miss that.
That's the one time you can miss the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I suppose. Should leave it on.
Eric will allow it.
Should leave it on.
Alex the Grade resubscribed for 20.
Thank
you, Alex.
Thank you.
Pyro the Musical subscribed for the first time.
Oh,
Thank you, Pyro.
Thank you.
fire musical.
Cirque Knight subscribed for the first time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir Knight.
Sir Knight, yeah. You're right.
The K is silent.
Wargaria resubscribed for 10 months. Woo, 10 months. 1 month ago today, my girlfriend and I got a puppy. I tried to name her Blind Wave Baby, but my girlfriend did not approve.
Aww.
BWB.
Don't be by my baby. That is so funny. That is funny.
Thank you for trying.
What did you name it?
Yeah, we got to know what you named it.
I want to know what the name is. Let us know in chat.
All right, keep an eye out. That's Wargaria.
Bulgaria.
Tech Savvy subscribed for the first time.
Thank
very
you,
much.
Tech Savvy.
Thank you.
Look, Danger Zone. Find a new girlfriend.
Thank you, Tech Savvy.
Neto resubscribed for 4 months. Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Alex tipped $5. Any plans
Ember.
on reacting to Mank from Netflix? Much love, guys. M-A-N-K?
Mank.
Mank.
Never
Mank.
heard of Mank.
Nope, never
So
heard of it.
no plans.
Maybe
Yeah,
someday.
The closest thing I can think of is somehow is a typo, but it would have corrected a real word into a wrong word.
You gotta remember, did have plans to do something. We're not gonna tell you guys. We will make it a surprise. So the answer, that's always no.
No.
Except for Rebels.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I like having surprises.
But if Aaron were here, he would have vetoed us talking about that.
Eric-
so we had to slide it in when Aaron was gone from Rebels. Or
Eric
from
finds my
Mandalorian.
enjoyment of surprises to be ridiculous sometimes.
No. Well, okay. You know what? I'll grant that. Ridiculous sometimes.
As I said,
Yeah, not always, but sometimes it's too ridiculous, Aaron.
like you gotta surprise people with stuff or tease it.
Sometimes.
I love teases too.
Sometimes.
Okay. I thought I was sitting back because I thought that was gonna be a 20-minute rant.
No.
Mank is a movie
We need to
about the
eat.
making of Citizen
Hungry.
Kane.
Oh, interesting.
So
That could be interesting to watch.
is it Man K? As in
So,
like
I think I'm the only
man
person here
citizen?
who's seen Citizen Kane.
I've seen it.
Okay. Half.
I've been watching The Crown
I've been watching West Wing.
in West Wing.
You know, one thing I do want to react to that I've heard is really good is Queen's Gambit because I love chess.
I heard that's really good
Yeah,
too.
I've heard it's great.
I love me some chess.
Maybe we'll have
Like,
to pick that up. I don't
Some
know.
people have been saying it's rivaling like Stranger Things as like Netflix's best original.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Melanie said she watched it. She goes, I wouldn't go out my way to watch it,
Yeah. Well,
but I don't know.
yeah. I don't know.
I don't trust her.
I saw.
I haven't seen it.
I saw a chunk of
Melanie
an
doesn't know chess.
episode.
Yeah.
The editing of what I watched was weird,
Sure.
but as a redhead, so I'll react.
Maybe your editing tastes suck.
I don't think I do.
And the main character I believe is from. Shit, I just had it.
She's a redhead.
Cillian Murphy, Irish mob. We watch it.
Gangs in New York.
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. She's from Peaky Blinders.
That's close.
You were saying Killing Murphy. I thought you were talking about Queen's Gambit. I was like, well, we got to watch Queen's Gambit now. Cause...
No,
Damn.
no.
All right. Neto gifted a sub. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Toter subscribed for the first time,
Toter.
I think.
Okay.
Toter.
Toter.
Okay.
Toter.
Toter.
And Sir Knight. I learned. Cheer, 250
Sir
bits.
Knight.
West
Thank-
Wing makes me wish that's how politics work. What
I
an
know,
ensemble
right?
cast.
That would be
Yeah.
great.
From what you guys have said about it, so do I. Probably.
Would you choose politics working like that or like in Spin City?
Never seen Spin City.
I haven't seen Westworld, but I have seen Spin City.
You haven't seen Westworld?
West
I don't want
Wing.
it to work like Westworld.
No.
Not Westworld. West Wing.
Oh, yes.
West Wing.
I like that one better.
haven't
Westworld
seen
will be
Westworld
different. White House.
So different.
Let's not do that.
These violent delights have violent ends.
And they do. That's the problem.
That's all I got.
All we got.
Yep. We're streaming tomorrow.
We will stream us something tomorrow.
3 p.m.
Predator,
Eastern Standard
Hunting
Time.
Grounds.
We know. We're just
Fight,
not
fight.
telling because, Aaron, we want maximum surprise, right? And it's not ridiculous.
Right.
All right. Yeah, I guess. I think this is ridiculous. Bye, everybody. Have
Bye,
a good day.
everybody.
See you tomorrow.